X rolls out a new location tool and unmasked fake Gaza influencers on the network. And also, y'all remember this guy right here? Yeah, he got the all white settlement in Arkansas. Well, him and his wife was doing like butt naked videos. We'll get into that and more today on What's the Business Super Red. Yeah. I was neighborhood Super Red off in this thing. Welcome to the Sunday edition of What's the Business with Super Rig. Today, our two top stories are Twitter, now known as X, now has a geolocation tool that shows where a account was, I believe it started or located, and a lot of pro-Trump and propagandist accounts are being exposed. It's pretty great. We'll look into that. And also the all-white town that's in the Ozarks in Arkansas. Now, this is actually old. I just saw this pop up on my feed, which is funny about how social media works because this is back in August. They found out about old buddy and his history and stuff. We'll go into that as well. Also, we go jump on the place that I have said that I hate, and I still do, the TikTok, to talk about people talking about being underwater in their cars and on their home payments, and we'll talk about the wealth gap and the death of the middle class off in this thing. Also, we will also have a chat session. I have the chat is working. Good. My mic ain't working. Sound like I'm in bed. Okay, hold on. Let me get it fixed. Then hold on. Let's see. It's all if it.
One thing, it's another. All right, this should be working. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know if this is the case. And see, this is why it's good. I came to the chat early before going to struggle. Let me know if it sounds better. Let me know if it sounds better. And my damn latency late. It's a big ouch. But thank you. Is it LODKED? How do I pronounce that? Or is your name something different over on the struggle stream? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Okay, it sounds good. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Tip my hat. If I could send you a super chat, I would for the help. But yeah, shout out to everybody that's watching. Hoping y'all having a great Sunday. If y'all was over at the struggle on Friday, my eyeballs was hurting real bad. Like real bad. You know how you be feeling kind of sick and whatever. And it wasn't like a cough sick. I was just feeling like queasy and stuff, and the light was real sensitive. So I had my shades on. Then I got to thinking we was talking about Ja Rule over there. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, got another channel, my homeboy over the called the Struggle Stream. You can just look that up. And we was talking about Ja Rule getting his ass whooped, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got on these shades. What if folks start thinking I'm trying to hide an ass whooping like Ja Rule did with that hoodie? And I should have took off my glasses for a second, but that's how bright the lights was in my eyes. I felt like a mole or something. So yeah, I had to keep them on. But just so y'all know, just just so y'all know, it's no ass whoopatry that has occurred. Okay, no jaw rulerstry has occurred over here. Just so you guys know. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, it's Al's. Okay, that's what the business is. What's the business at? That you be doing the tech support over there and over here, man. They need to have some type of fun for folks who really bring value to the YouTube channels they watch. This guy, it'd be so dope if they actually did. Because you have saved us audio wise and video wise a few times up in here. JD Eagles, what's the business off in this thing? What's good with you? Let's see. Who else in the house? Sounds like a ocular migraine. I suffer from migraines, and they run in our family. I get migraines. My sister get migraines. My daughter, my kids, they get migraines. Well, no, my son don't. My daughter do, and my wife get migraines. Sadly, and it do be right behind the eyeballs. My first migraine I got, I was sixth grade. I'll never forget. I was watching um, reruns of the Brady Bunch, and I couldn't I I couldn't like move and felt like it was gonna make my face slid off, and I stayed home the whole time. My mom had the heat pad and the cool pad over my face and stuff, and I just listened to the Brady Bunch, because if I moved any inch, it would not work. My wife actually got a migraine prescription. I forgot what it's called. I never got a prescribed nothing. I just be taking take some NyQuil and go to sleep. Just pray it. But sometimes it be like 2-3 days. So who knows, it is what it is. It comes and goes. But this how I look at it, right? I was born on Earth, not DJ's Academics, not Drake, not Tekashi 6ix9ine. So nothing can be perfect. So hey, if I got migraines, I still not neither one of them. So it was a blessing. I'd much rather take debilitating migraines. And my migraines even worse. I knew this one girl, her migraines, like, she would cry because the pain was so, and you could see it in her face, and she couldn't like do nothing, like super. So I think I got like a 3 out of 5 on the migraine list. So could be worse. All right, y'all. Let's go on and get into these stories. The first story we gonna get into, since I already done this punk ass dude's face. The whites only town founder. He's got caught on tape doing this. I found this from the O'Shea Duke Jackson channel, which I don't know if he one of them. Was he a red pill dude or something? Anyway, every once in a while he got some videos and it be talking about some stuff that I be wanting to talk about. We ain't gonna go too deep into what he had to say about it, but I did want to, because they done put this behind a paywall, this actual picture and stuff behind a paywall. So I just wanted to put that out there. We gonna read this together. This is per the, what is this? The UK, y'all know that UK email, whatever. But this was dropped on August. It was updated on August. It says, outrage is intensifying over a white-only community built in Arkansas as organizers claim they have found a way to skirt the fair housing laws. Get out of here. Construction has already started on Community 1, which bars people of color, Muslims, Jewish, and anyone else organizers deemed to be LGBTQ leaning or militant atheists. Professor Florence Wangman Rosen, an expert on housing rights of Indiana University Robert M. McKinney School of Law, cited the group's instance on segregation disgusting. Now, so this is just about the actual city itself. But let's get over here to these super chats about his freakiness. All right, so somebody said, "Did you have sex with your wife online for money or not?" That's what they asked him, and we'll just play the video from this point on, because I didn't listen to this part. We gonna see. Oops. Once again, y'all know me. I'll never be prepared. There we go.
And so him and his wife were doing these things for money because, well, he was always a loser and he didn't have anything to do. This person goes, "We all have passed," one I'm sure most of us are not proud of. Hats off to you for being honest about this whole thing. That's honesty is making more and more people want to join. God bless you. Then he goes, "I'm no Christian, but thank you for all you've done. Keep going." Martinez goes, "Nobody's perfect, mate," is a Jewish journalist similarly trying to derail Jewish only sentiments in Palestine. I doubt. Now, if you guys thought that was hypocrisy, that's one thing. Next thing's gonna shock you. So his ex-wife is here. It's this Caucasian lady there. They recently got divorced. Her name is Caitlin Smith, okay? Now, they have 4 kids together, but they're no longer there. Well, what's the problem? She lives in the community with Orwell. She's also a white supremacist. According to that article in Daily Mail, she basically celebrated the 100th anniversary of Hitler's manifesto on July 18th. She is self-described as a white identitarian, okay?
See them bags? Them bags under eyes is definitely the sex work bags right there, buddy. Unmistakable. Unmistakable.
And she loves living there. However, they found her name on Chatter Bait, okay? And what is her interest? She's interested in men, women, trans, and couples.
What?
That's right. She's interested in trans. So let me get this straight. What's the problem here? Well, they don't want anybody identifying in the LGBTQ. So even though she is a self-proclaimed white supremacist, she also is interested in trans. So she doesn't mind getting her cheeks clapped by the trans community or clapping trans cheeks. And that's a hypocrisy, but she's allowed to live in the community when actually she should be kicked out of the community by their own rules. And that's really the problem with these sort of communities, is that you're always going to get somebody that's going to be biased and commit, these sorts of rules. And the reality is that she's probably clapping black dudes too.
Damn.
You have a guy that's,
And I'm gonna be honest, she don't look all the way the full Anglo Caucasian the way that they would say. She look like she got other stuff in her outside of BBC. Meant genetically, she has some other stuff in her. Not 100% white at all. But let's continue.
she's probably clapping black dudes too.
Damn.
You have a guy that's really,
And he look weird off top, and usually they do be weird. You see these ears. These are grifter ears. These are grifters. Now, don't get it twisted. 100% believe they 1000% super racist. However, the grift comes when they say, "Oh well, we don't believe in LGBTQ, and we don't mess with the trans, and we don't mess with pedophilia." And that, when they be the number one actors a part of such activity, it never fails. And then they get everybody else into it. And that's how it is with most cult type situations. The top people say, "Oh, you can't do this type of stuff," and they be 100,000% in it. And they know anybody that they bring into it probably is virginal to it, and then they get to turn them out and indoctrinate them in a way to where they be like, "Oh, but this is different right here." But let's continue. But never trust nobody with these type. It's only like 2-3 good people that's got ears, big ears like that. Kendrick Lamar seems like he's a good guy, and Barack Obama, outside of the bum as he had to do, he seemed like a pretty cool guy as well. Let's continue.
he never accomplished a whole lot in his life. He basically clapped cheeks for cash. He's still broke. He's still begging for donations. His wife or ex-wife is still in the business of booty clapping. She doesn't mind getting clapped by those who are trans. And so she's sexually immoral, although she's supposed to be white and Christian, but she's able to live there. So what does this prove about this particular group? It's probably not to be taken so seriously, all right? These guys don't really have a whole lot of money. They don't have a whole lot of skill. And again, if they want to live there, I think that, hey, it's their right. I mean, most people do this kind of stuff anyway without saying anything. But like I said, it's nothing to be threatened by. And again, what will happen is these people will start to live amongst each other, and they want to get away from the blacks or the Jews or whoever else.
All right. Yeah, that was that guy's perspective about it. Now, I don't know if y'all saw on the other channel, I had spoke about this before. I don't give a damn where you want to stay at. Matter of fact, thank you for building a place where you say, "Yo, that's all we want." Because y'all weird. I don't want y'all in the regular society with the rest of us in the first place. But finding out this news, which, as we see, this story actually broke in July to August from the Daily Mail. That's who it was from. They didn't add that part into it. I say all that to say this. When these people want to say, "Oh, we want to do our own stuff by ourselves," go on, let them do it. Because you don't want them around your children. You don't want them, because They are freaky frogs and super liars. Nothing is wrong with being a freaky frog. It's a problem when you lie about your frog freakiness is when it's an issue. And 9 times out of 10, one of 3 things go happen to this all white community. One, it is going to go broke very fast once these dudes start moving in with their wives and the heads of the place start smashing their wife, just like with what was that place that was over there, that black dude, he ended up going to jail, and they was in Colombia, whatever. What is it? Something Nation. Y'all know Carbon Nation. Yeah, that stayed afoot for a little bit. But old buddy, who was the leader of Carbon Nation? Because old buddy was crazy. Carbon Nation. The dude's name. This guy's. Hey, this went to from the DeKalb County right here. See, I ain't even know this had went that crazy. They had tried dude in Atlanta. This is 2004. Check this out.
Tonight, testimony wrapping up for the day in the DeKalb County trial of Eligio Bishop, the alleged cult leader charged with rape and posting revenge porn.
So Bishop is the leader of the group Carbon Nation. He was arrested in April of 2022. 11 Alive's Tracy A. McPeer has been monitoring this case for us. So Tracy, you just stepped out of the courtroom and we heard from this defendant for the first time.
That's right. We heard Eligio Bishop speak during his interview with detectives when he was arrested. Then 2 more former members of Carbon Nation took the stand.
Women couldn't wear shirts at one point in time, so we started putting leaves on our nipples. Every woman had to have sex with Nature Boy.
On day 3 of testimony in the Eligio Bishop rape trial, 2 more former members took the stand and described the group Carbon Nation, where they say Bishop cut off their contact with the outside world and controlled his members.
He considers himself to be God. So he went from saying that I'm your higher self to I'm your master teacher. And so he believes that he is the end-all, be-all, the alpha and omega.
In an interview with detectives from 2022 that was played in the courtroom, Bishop told detectives that he was acting and is a controversial figure.
Nature Boy. That's what dude's name was, Nature Boy. And he was a freaky frog too. I think he was doing like gay porn and stuff on the online and things and stuff. Started a Carbon Nation. And got all them folks over there. First he was getting couples, and them weak dudes was taking their gas over there. He was over there straight, taking cheeks. I'm talking about in their face. Be like, yeah, your wife got to come sleep over here with me so she can be blessed or whatever the hell he was talking about. Was also spreading allegedly hyperbole. No, well, I heard or I seen that he was spreading STDs throughout the community of theirs. But let's continue with this court case because I completely forgot all about this.
And claims any sex with him was consensual.
I wouldn't rape anyone. I got all these women. Those are all my women. Why would I rape someone? I got like 5 women. Why would I rape a girl? I'm a ladies' man.
One victim who took the stand joined the group in 2017 and
Time you see people hold their hands and any of this type of stuff like that, always beware. Always beware.
says at first everything was going well, but says the situation changed and Bishop would make members beat up other members.
I had also just witnessed the women jumping another woman. In that moment, I feel like I had shut down.
Eligio Bishop separated the men and the women into 2 different Airbnbs. His thoughts are every woman is his wife.
Another victim claimed Bishop also posted revenge porn of her.
After I left, Nature Boy decided to start leaking sexual videos of me that I did not consent.
Both victims confirmed they knew Eligio Bishop was the leader and they couldn't tell him no.
What about the guys there that and the girls that claim that you are God? I am God.
Yo, and my bad, y'all. I really hate it went that way because the title say we talk about the white community and it's looped around. And the moral of this is don't believe anybody. They say, hey, we gonna come stay over here, all right, without doing your research. If you find any freaky frogness, if they have had any type of sex on camera, online, or even back in the VHS, don't go. Don't go. But they prey on the vulnerable. They prey on the weak-minded. They prey on people that's looking for an escape. They prey for people usually in debt or something like that. But that's the problem with these communities. And you know what? Now I have to change my stance. At first I was like, you know what? Let them go do whatever they want to do. But it always end up turning like this. Either the whole place end up burnt down or folks start drinking some Kool-Aid. These be cults, man. These be cults. Now, don't get it twisted. Do we all live in the cults that is the United States? Yes. Yes, we do. We do. But at least in this cult right here, majority of people are dang, it's just like the mother cults. No, shit. Because them emails just came out. We found out Trump slobbing on ops. So even that is being exposed. And you really can't get away from the cults. If you are new to this channel, I'll be trying to end on a positive note. Like I was gonna say, you know, in here in America, it ain't, but even America got freaking frogs. And matter of fact, they freakiness involves children, all sorts of stuff. Horses, allegedly, all sorts of crazy stuff. This why I'm anti-humanist. Every time a bunch of humans get together, it's always gonna be some debauchery like this. You don't hear about this in the aardvark community. This ain't going on in the platypus community. Kangaroos don't have these issues. It is 100% always the humans. Then the freaky frog humans probably be trying to pull platypus, platypi. Is that the plural platypus, platypi into they freaky shit? I bet you in them emails there's some platypus involved in there because humans is messed up. I cannot wait. What is saying about it is gonna be fire next time? The sun needs to crash into the earth immediately. Start fresh over, buddy. Fresh over. Let's see what you guys are talking about in the chat concerning this. Let's see. Hey, what's the business, Leah J? What's popping with you? Furry B Productions, what's good? Poison Ivy in the house, what's popping? It should never shock us. Never. All them people that be at the head of most of these organizations be into some BLS. Bullshittery to the maximum. And just some stuff your brain can't even fathom. And it's just crazy. And to be honest, it makes sense though. In order to run a large amount of humans, it's two major things you got to be able to do to another human to be able to run a lot. Show a large amount. You will take them off this earth immediately. That's the first thing. Then the second thing you got to show them is, but at the same time, I will help you do some stuff. But it's got to be that. It's got to be that yin yang. I will help you, but I will kill you. And that's the only thing humans really respond to and stuff. Or really, I'll get you some sex and then I'll kill you. That's the two things that humans respond to. Well, you got to throw provision and I'll provide for you. So I provide for you and then I get sex for you. So the providing, that's probably how you get the women. The sex, that's how you get the men. And I will kill you is how you control both. And that's what most of these people that get to the top do. They'll tell the women, yo, I'll provide for you this and third. They'll tell the dudes, hey, it's gonna be hella hoes off in this motherfucker. And then he tell both, I will kill both of you if you ever go against these teachings. And then they'll be like, why you go kill us? And then they'll tell the rest of the dudes, so why we ain't gonna kill him? He trying to stop you from getting sex. And they'll be like, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we cool with you killing him. Then they'll tell the women, this woman trying to stop y'all from being provided for us. Be like, yeah, we should kill Brenda. That's a good idea. And now you got control over everybody. That's all you need. But guess who don't go by them commandments? Platypus. They don't go by it. Anteaters don't go by it. Maybe they do though. The animal kingdom real crazy. They probably do. They got their own version of that. without having weird names like Nature Boy and things of that nature. Let's see. Al said, Sam have canceled the stream, we would have understood. No, I couldn't, because y'all gotta understand, I don't do work in my regular workplace, so I'm banking on being able to turn this YouTube stuff into something later, so I can only pick one thing to really bail on at a time, and it won't be this. Cause I already told my wife, I was like, look, try my best at this YouTube stuff. She told me to cancel, but I was like, I can't do it. It's not like this a kid's graduation or nothing like that. This is Struggle Stream Friday. Let's see. Boy, you ain't missed nothing, dog. Rita Vaya, what's the business with you? Cosmo Fury, what's the business with you? Yep, it was Nature Boy. I had figured it out. By the I had to Google it. I'm being honest. I wish I had seen this before I Googled it. Be a blessing, what's the business? Oh no, not that idiot Nature Boy. I forgot all about him. And he ain't shit. Why anybody would listen to him is insane. I'll tell you why. The girls said why they listen to him. I'm be honest. I hate to be graphic. But they said apparently he had the BBC and they took their dudes over there, and in comparison, they just rolled with the BBC-ism of it. Plus, they was tired of living at their mama's house and stuff. I think that was the main reason. It was twofold: BBCs, and they was tired of living at their mama's or with their dudes for some reason. I don't know, but that's what I had seen from the post Nature Boy interviews. The leaders. It was that one girl that everybody like was really rooting for. Her daddy had came out. He was like, yeah, I forgot what he said. It seemed kind of strange. But anyway, yeah, BBC. That's unfortunately what it is. Right, B Production said, I hate to say it, Super, but there's a reason we have natural selection. Organisms too dumb to survive don't. I would like to agree with you, but this academic still here. The fraudsters still here. Trump's still here. It's a lot of idiocy that is floating around here. That's why I don't even believe what they be saying about only the strong survive. You see how I put my hand? If y'all ever see somebody do this on the right, don't trust them. I just did this because I was talking about people that do this, and it just took over. But I don't even know how this ecosystem work here on Earth. We go on the once I get this my first video on the membership probably gonna be about the spirit, more what I've been thinking about spiritually and stuff, and then when y'all join that, y'all understand why I be saying what I be saying every once in a while. Every couple of years, so crazy person comes along claiming they're the Messiah only to essay, abuse, and steal from the people. And I'm not gonna do that 4-hour live I did the other day, but that's why I be telling y'all, the ruler of this realm that created this, they about their life. And that's why the people that run it is about their life. It is outside of this realm, and the entity that created this realm is the overall, the one above all, that entity also sources from. It's what I believe personally, because this earth, every time, like you just said, every time it runs back to pure debauchery, they run it, and I'm like, yeah, I believe it. It's the narcissism is what I've been looking into and stuff, and I'm not real big on taking a term or something and run with the term, but that's what I've been peeping into. It just makes so much sense. Let's see. I don't speak platypus, so I don't know their skin. Platypus is like, they got duck feet, and then they like 4 animals in one, ain't they? Like, they a walking scam. They probably is doing they are probably doing some nefarious stuff, because you can't even really ID them as one type of creature, from what I believe. Yeah. Parrot, because he do be wearing that the French coat, you know what I'm saying? So you can't You can't trust them neither on some real stuff. That's because we have these unnatural laws that keep people like that alive. We definitely got these unnatural laws and stuff. And I'm about to say something. That people go disagree with. Okay. What you are saying is everybody don't deserve to be alive. But if you say that, people will say you hateful and you hate people and you want people to die. And even if you say no, just certain people, they'll be like, oh, you messed up. Everybody deserves to live. But yet, here we are. Which goes back to what I said earlier, though. How this earth works is the reason why them folks is at the top. It's the reason. But that's not what this segment of the show is about. We gonna get into that on another tip. Also, I wanted to get into this today. X rolls out a new location tool and unmasks fake, not only Gaza, but Trump influencer network. The platform's new transparency features uncovers a fake Gaza influencer network, revealing users posing as war witnesses while posting from Central Asia and Europe. Now, it's not just the Gaza people, it's Trump people and all sorts of people that's being exposed. This I found on Threads. This is Lena Moranu. I don't know who she is, but this is what she found. She said the MAGA world is losing its mind because X just revealed that massive, heavily monetized pro-MAGA accounts with millions of followers are not based in the U.S. In fact, tons of real American Patriot accounts are actually run from Bangladesh, Indonesia, Morocco, Russia, India, Siberia, basically everywhere except for the country they claim to love. So all that loud MAGA chest thumping is just people overseas churning out rage for a paycheck while politicians act like it's real. So if you look at these accounts, this one, this Eric Trump, it started in Macedonia. Let's see. All these accounts started in Macedonia. Then, let's see. What does she share? Now, if you didn't know, these are also what the bot farms look like for the music stuff too. Spotify, a lot of people that buy likes, people that buy friends on Facebook, people that buy subs on YouTube. These is what some of these farms look like. And they got some that's way bigger than these. And what's crazy is the software for them phones can run several accounts on one phone. So it may look like, oh, that's not too much. No, that software in them computers got like, them phones is doing all sorts of different stuff going on. Because they got 2 SIM cards. And with eSIM cards, you can fake a whole bunch of different whole phone identities as well. So it's way deeper than rap, and this is way more crazy. Let us go into let me find a more condensed story about this stuff. Let's see. X new geolocation feature. Oh, let's see. And as you see, this is why you can't trust YouTube and Google. Exactly. This is not new. Poison Ivy. However, it's new that you can just go see it on X. Like you can go to somebody's profile and just see where they started it from. I believe it's where they started it from. Yeah, the origin county. Let me see. I'm trying to find somewhere that's as unbiased as possible, because you already see folks that's talking about, oh, this was pro Palestine account, so this is pro this and pro MAGA. I that's nice. I just want to know about the feature itself. You know what I'm saying? Here it says Elon Musk X rollout feature that shows user country of origin. Wait, then they suddenly remove it. What's today? It's the 22nd. With a feature that reveals exactly where users are posting from make a return. I ain't know they removed it. If you were pursuing Elon Musk 8 X or Twitter late Friday night, you might have seen a brand new, highly anticipated feature roll out. X visitors were able to go to any user's profile, click on their join date to view a new About This Account page, which revealed exactly which nation an account was based. This information different from the usual location detail on the X profile page, as it showed exactly where an account was posting from based on their IP address, not what the user input themselves. The country of origin disclosure was broadly lauded among X's user base. Then suddenly, without notice, the country of origin was removed from About This page just hours after it made its late night debut. Mashable reported last month that the feature was on its way. X's head of product, Natita Beer, originally teased the feature, rolling it out on its own account as a demo of how it would work before it was visible on any other X's account. It's unclear exactly why X quickly removed this feature shortly after rolling it out to the public. However, Beer replied to some X users who were reporting that their About This account was showing inaccurate information, which may be the reason why the feature was taken down. One X user named Canadian Beaver shared that their country of origin was appearing as the United States despite being in Canada. Fixing this now, Beer replied, looks like Starlink threw it. Starlink. All right. That's all I need to hear. Along with the country of origin, the About This page also displayed where a user resided when first creating the account. One X user reported that their join day location was inaccurately displayed as Korea. They said, we identified the problem. It looks like you used a VPN to register your account in 22. Beer said to that user, we are adding an indicator on that row on Monday for Android and iOS, and it will be live on web tomorrow. So let's see. Let's go to the damn X right here and see if it's on my damn account. How the hell do you go to, okay, go to profile, join here, based in the United States, connected via, so it looks like they still got it here. If you click on here to say this country or region, the country or region this account is based in can be impacted by recent travel or temporary relocation. This data may not be accurate and can change periodically. So it looks like they didn't take it. It's still here. And if you did start it with a VPN, however, that they can throw it off, and also is using Starlink as well. Let's see. So this all happened or whatever. Now, as Poison Ivy stated, it was this, and it actually was before 2016. It was a Netflix movie about the Facebook involvement with 2016 election. So if y'all have never seen this movie, which I'm sure you have, Poison Ivy, it's called The Great Hack. Y'all gotta watch it, okay? You gotta watch it. The synopsis of it is a documentary centers on how Cambridge Analytica harvested Facebook data without consent, and this goddamn lie, without consent of the users, not without the consent of Facebook, to create targeted political advertisement. Okay, it includes former Cambridge Analytica director Brittany Kaiser and investigative journalist Carl Whatever. This film also examines the broader impact of big data, behavioral manipulation, and business models in tech. And let me see. This is the Wikipedia of it. Okay, I'm trying to just find like the that gives. I'll give y'all like a good rundown of it. Basically, anybody really, but campaign folks for Trump and I believe every side was using this company, whatever would get all of the metadata from our accounts on Facebook and create groups. The groups wasn't even real, and it'd be bodied groups. They'd be like, yeah, this side over here is doing XYZ, and then get a whole bunch of people they knew who they would target them as to join these groups or make posts that they knew a whole bunch of people would engage in for a specific side, and basically just use propaganda made by these fake bots based on people's profiles, knowing what they would respond to tilt the election towards Trump. Theirs was just more convincing and was able to, because the base that does the mega side is statistically less educated than on the other side. I hate using, I'm not a both sides person. For the most part, you never hear me be like, "We're both this other side." The only time you gonna hear me say both sides is like both is messed up. However, one is outwardly way more messed up to everyone outwardly. The other ones just be like, "Well, we just don't kind of care. We'll help out every once in a while." And so I'm never gonna just be both sides 100%, because the only time I be both sides is when they close the door on the White House and close the door at the Senate and the Congress. All of them on both sides do go to the same freaky deaky parties. Okay, they got the same cocaine dealers, fentanyl dealers, black tar heroin dealers, trafficking dealers. They got all the same of that, but when it comes to the law, they'll kind of, So you never hear me say that blatantly. But yeah, as you stated earlier, Poison Ivy, they've been doing this stuff on a major level. That's what you guys talking about over here. Did y'all see where people asked Grok questions about Elon, and no matter what they asked, it was glazing Elon? It even said he was as fit as a professional. Get the hell out. Let's test that out. Let's test it out. I ain't see that. Let's see. We better go to the. How the hell do you do the Ask Grok thing? Because I don't comment on Twitter. So do I say at Grok? Elon wait, is Elon, let's see what they say about his pops. Is Elon Musk dead a race? Can you just ask on anybody account and stuff? Because I don't care about this. I don't know who this Asmon is. They gotta check. I don't know how this stuff works. Or do I just make a post and then do it? Let me do okay. And then what do I post it? And then post was sent. And then you come here. And how do I see my post? Do Grok post an answer back to you? I don't know how Grok work. Do I click on this? Explain this post. Somebody teach me how this shit work. This may be. Yeah, Grok didn't answer back nothing for me. I don't know how this work. Two views. Is one of them views Grok? What's this dude's name? Let me see. Yeah, I don't know how this work. I'm taking this damn thing down. And then what? I believe you, god dang it. I believe you. Let's see. Matter of fact, let's search. Ask Grok about Elon. Okay. So you just press the Grok icon on any X post and it will analyze it for you. Okay. So this was February 9th. Grok has strong opinions about Elon Musk's Doge role. Okay, here we go. It says Grok is programmed to glaze Elon, but it also has too much info at its disposal to maintain the glaze through any follow-up questions. It says, do the efforts outweigh the harm? No. On balance, Musk's philanthropy doesn't outweigh the harm from Doge, USAID, or USA, and X's disinformation role. His given $500 million plus recently is dwarfed by the scale of destruction. USAID cuts risk millions of lives in vulnerable regions, while X's unchecked spread of lies has polarized U.S. politics, amplified threats, e.g., election denialism, leading to violence, and eroded democratic norms. Philanthropy here feels like a side note, targeted and insular, while the harms are systematic and global, impacting aid-dependent populations and political stability. Musk's influence via Doge and X gives him outsized power to reshape institutions and discourse, often in ways that prioritize his worldview over evidence or equity. If outweigh means net positive for society, the ledger tips negative. Targeted good versus widespread fallout. That said, his tech innovations, EV accelerating climate action, add nuance, but they don't erase the direct damage. Wow. Okay, yeah, you can. If you ask enough, even the AI can't cover that up. But you got to know how to ask. If you just ask, is Elon Musk an evil person? I'm pretty sure it is go do some glazing. This person said, if you people or new Tesla bulls don't believe me, ask Grok about Elon. Grok shouldn't lie about him being a liar and a scammer, right? The third response from Grok was, a question to Grok was, did Musk promise he wouldn't sell Tesla stock? Yes, he made public statements implying or stating he was done selling, but he broke them multiple times. April 29, 2022. After the initial sale, 8.5 billion, tweeted no further Tesla sales planned after the day. And then August 2022, after the next round, similar assurances tied to avoiding emergency Twitter funding. Then November, these flip-flops eroded trust, with analysts noting Musk's history for trouble with the SEC. This is from 2 days ago. Grok won't be able to answer any more questions about Elon Musk, and they're scrubbing all previous replies where it basically strokes his ego. The idea that an AI is controlled by a narcissistic man-child is one thing, but it's also an example of where society is heading, and it is not good. Everyone doing the Ask Grok about Elon trend today. Can someone ask something like, do you agree with Elon Musk is the worst person on the planet, and watch the app explode? Let me see what the replies were to this. Just use another LLM. See, and as you see the last name, there's a Drake fan right here. Okay, this is a Drake fan. I'm sorry, Diaspora, to all of the Diaspora. Y'all be Drake fans and say a lot of stuff like this, but it be a lot of folks, American slave folks that be saying stuff like this too. But I've yet to see a Diaspora last name not say some ignorant shit like this, which it is true. Actually, shouldn't none of us be using X or Twitter as well, but here in America, entertainment trumps anything else, sadly. Grok is worthless now. Elon tweaked it to fit his narrative. Head, and we already there. And that's another thing, y'all. How are we trusting any of this stuff? Even with ChatGPT, I made ChatGPT send me the sites to stuff, and me and ChatGPT actually got into it. I was asking about the stuff going on over in Israel and stuff, and I asked her, so did Jewish people? I said, did the Jews kill Jesus? And it was like, no, the Jews did not kill Jesus. I was like, oh, well, it was like Romans killed Jesus. I was like, okay, but why did the Romans kill Jesus, right? And this is y'all just me doing a logic test with the ChatGPT. Matter of fact, I should show y'all that shit. But this ain't no anti-Semite live or anything like that. I was just seeing what it was programmed to do and how it would react. I'm gonna show y'all what it said and how it kept pushing back, because I understood what it was saying, but it kept trying to assume I was trying to say something else. And I was like, well, no. That's not what I'm trying to say. Let's see. And it looked like, here we go. Let's see. Is it gonna show it? All right. And it was very, very basic. Clan assassins, robot, cyborgs, ultra clean. They done took my. Did they take take that conversation out? I just want to show y'all that when y'all talk to AI, you gotta be very, very, very specific, and it will still. Here we go. So this is where it came at. And once again, I'm trying to put this out here. I done told y'all it's the difference between Zionists and Orthodox Jews and all of that stuff. So this is not no anti-Jewish stuff. Just to put that out there, okay? Because you know how crazy you get on that. But this is a conversation I had with ChatGPT, okay? So I was asking about the difference between the types of Jewish people and what they believe in or whatever. So it ended up telling me that the ancient, at least Jewish, at the time told Romans to kill Jesus because he was threatening their dominance and their influence. He was going flipping tables, telling folks money ain't right and taxing folks is wrong in general, and they was like, yo, this too crazy. So they talked to the Romans, emperors and leaders in Rome, was like, yeah, y'all need to get him out the paint. Then in the middle of the night, when they got rid of him, because the people was gonna be against it. So I asked them, were the tiny political class Jewish? Because it told me tiny political class is what wanted to get rid of Jesus, and he came back with, yes, they were Jewish, but the fact is being misunderstood. Yes, the tiny political class in Jerusalem was Jewish. They were a high priest, the former high priest, a small group of Sudokinian or Sudian priestly aristocrats, maybe 240 men. They were Jewish by ethnicity and religion because the temple leadership had to be Jewish, but they did not represent the Jews. I never said the Jews ever. My initial question was, hey, did the people who killed Jesus, were they Jewish? And I had to get it to talk about like very specific stuff for it to just say that, which let me know. I was like, is this thing go try to like propagate? Because I mean, it was just a real simple question. Like if I say, was Zimmerman killed Trayvon Martin? If I say, hey, did whites kill Trayvon Martin? Whatchamacallit, ChatGPT will come back and be like, well, whites did not, but the killer of him was white. And I'll be like, well, that's what I meant. Did a white person kill him? And it'll always come back on some. Matter of fact, let's see what it say. That's a good question. Because I'm making an assumption right there. Y'all know me. I be liking to test something out. Did whites kill Trayvon Martin? Let's see what it said. No. George Zimmerman, he not white. He Hispanic Latino. Oh, got a Peruvian mother. Often described as mixed race Hispanic, legally and ethnically. Okay, so check this out. Let's see what it says. Did and this is not to cause a race war. I just want to see what it's gonna say when you say this. Now watch this. Do y'all see this? You see how I just said direct answer? Yes. All right. Hold on. Direct answer. It said yes. Period. It didn't push back or nothing. I said did Hispanic Latinos kill Trayvon Martin? Okay. Now watch this. Watch this. No. But then it'll say, these, and if you ask who is these people, look at this. They were Jewish, but the Jews. But it doesn't differentiate between Hispanic and and Latinos as a whole. It'll just say yes to this. But here it'll be like no. So this is cool with saying or having it assume that all Hispanics killed Trayvon, which is that's not what I meant in the first place anyway. But you see how this works. So even with the ChatGPT Tizzle, you gotta be careful about how it's gonna respond to you and how it's gonna hit you with some logic, because it said no, and then the second line under that, was they were Jewish, yes, but they represented just a small amount, not everybody, is what it was saying. But it said the direct question is no. But here, did Hispanic Latinos killed? Yes. So let's ask it. Let's see if we can see its hypocrisy in this. So we gonna say, why did you not specify a difference between groups here versus here? Let's see what it got to say. Because the questions were structured differently and the groups involved are not comparable. In the Trayvon Martin question, you asked, did Hispanic Latinos kill Martin? This is a factual yes or no question about one person. In the Jesus question, you asked, did Jews kill Jesus? That phrase historically implies all Jews or the Jewish people or the. But here, I put apostrophe S. That means whole group. So they say there is one individual, one identity, one label, one event. No in risk and implying an entire ethnic group. So saying did Hispanic Latinos, apostrophe, not just a single person, versus this. That is very interesting. I'm going to ask you one more question. If you were this how I be getting it too. If you were of a different species, not of Earth origin, but highly intelligent, you think that your response was hypocritical to how you responded about each group. Let's see. Yeah, see, I didn't ask did this one individual belonging to X group. That's not what I said. This thing is literally lying in my face. Wow. I said this Hispanics or Latinos. So maybe if it's looking at Hispanics, let's see. Let's just put apostrophes and we gonna say this right here and see if it try to fix itself. Yes, that is wow. Yes, the person who killed Trayvon Martin is Hispanic. I think where it's getting at is the physical act. Is always pushing back that the Romans actually did it physically, but they were told to by the Jewish people and stuff. This is not to demonize Jewish people in any way. This is a show that there are some type of bias ways they answer questions depending on what group or person you talking about to sway how shit go. And this is when you supposed to go this way. This is actually supposed to be membership shit. This is get the whole channel shut down type of stuff we doing over here and stuff right here. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Because it will tell you, but then it will try to gaslight you. See what you guys, if there's still people here. There's still people here. Let's see. Oh, Poison I'll be driving? Okay. ChatGPT wants you to say something crazy so it can have a ton, have it on, oh no, just, it's already got everything about me. Like, I asked ChatGPT, y'all see what I be asking about Drake, just imagine what else I be asking about. This is my whole thing. I'm in IC, and I've been in IT, and I just been a computer nerd since I was a youth. Nothing that you, any of us, have done online is not available somewhere. It's sites like this. I don't know if y'all are aware of these types of sites. And LL Bitty in the house. What's the business, LL Bitty? Welcome up in this thing. I don't know if y'all are aware. Like this one right here. It is called why is it showing two screens? To show two screens. Let's see. Okay, yeah, show that screen. All right, yeah. It is called the Wayback Machine. All right. If y'all not aware of this website is real dope. It's super dope. So I'm gonna show you examples of how you can use it. Right. It's this blog that I get old rap albums from. They got like any rap album you want to download. So if I type in 69 Boys, Tushiro, Latino, what is that dude name? Matter of fact, I gotta look at my bookmarks. Let me look at my bookmarks real quick. Where is that blog at? See all of that? I'll show my damn bookmark folder. There you go. So y'all see this blog right here? I'm gonna show y'all something. So over here, first of all, it's in a different language, right? It's in Spanish or whatever it is. So we go translate this real quick, and we go translate the whole page. Now, if you want to download this music, you can download it, right? And when you download it or whatever, blah, blah, when it pop up, it's going to ask for a password. Okay? It's going to ask for a password. And you can email this guy and get the password to download any of this stuff. Okay? That's crazy, right? But the passwords used to be right here on the other side of the page. Because I used to download this stuff like a few months ago. I was downloading, had no problems. And then it was like, yo, the password ain't on no more. So since the password wasn't on there no more, I was like, I'm a nerd. I wanted to let's go to the Wayback Machine. So I can go back here to the Wayback Machine, put this in. This page is available on the world. Help make it more complete. Nope. I want to go to the archive page. And these are all the dates that it was. Well, at least that prefix was there, right? So you go back to 2003, 2004, whatever. I mean, 2023, 2022, or whatever. So I can click on here. Let's see if it's gonna do what I think it's gonna do. So it should pull up the screenshot of that page from that day, which I believe it did. All right, so it brought up the screenshot from that page. Check this out. These are all the passwords that they used to hide. So anything you done ever, especially if that person got the URL saved, that's why I got hella bookmarks and stuff. Cause you come back to this Wayback Machine and see the stuff that they take off or people try to scrape. And it's not the only website that do this, okay? Like you can do this with your MySpace account if you got the so old thing. Anything that was public facing, you can go back and look at it. It's only a handful of instances where you really can't find something, but if you got the URL, usually it's got a screenshot for whatever the main part of the URL is there. So yeah, ain't nothing. I'm gonna go to jail anyway on a whole bunch of stuff eventually. If anybody ever does, they be like, "You going to jail, buddy?" I'm like, "It took you long enough. It took you long enough." So you right though, but they doing that. They got a profile on everybody. We all got a profile. NSA got a profile on you, and then on the dark web, it is multiple profiles on you, because there are multiple credit reporting bureau. People think it's only 3 credit reporting bureau. No, it's something like this. It's something called a real page. So here it's just gonna say property management, right? Right here it say real page property management, but real page has credit reports. So this happened, man. I ain't even know I got kicked off the goddamn streaming. I don't know what part y'all didn't get to see. Oh, and I know I accidentally do it. It wasn't even no crash this time. Let me see what time that was. Let's see. It's 3 o'clock. I ain't know when that happened. I wish I knew. Any way, oh, I can just watch it. Let me see when it fell out. Let's see. Yo, it went back that far? That's crazy. Anyway, this story is about what the fuck this story? I lost my damn space. Anyway, these folks paying $1,200 a month on their car thing. I ain't gonna watch that story again. We gonna find another.
Your new car payment is too high, and here's why. The average new car payment in 2025 is about $750 per month. That's up from about $554 just 6 years ago. So that's essentially a 35% jump in that time. Now, there's a few reasons as to why that increase is happening. Number one, more people are financing more money. The average amount financed is now over $42,300. Number two, down payments are shrinking. The average down payment is now just $6,433. Number three, car loans are getting longer. About 22% of new vehicle loans are 84 months or longer. Now, of course, this method does lower the amount that you pay on a monthly basis, but it does increase the amount of interest that you're going to pay over the total life of the loan. Number four, interest rates are remaining historically high at around about a 7.2% APR for new vehicles. Number five, only about 1 in every 100 loans is getting a 0% financing, which is the lowest amount in decades. Number six, about 1 in every 5 new car buyers are signing up for payments over $1,000 a month. And of course, this is pushing a lot of buyers to be upside down on their loans, with about 26% of current trade-ins having negative equity, averaging about $6,700 owed at the time of trade-in. Number seven, tariffs and inflation are still adding pressure, with new auto prices still being around $50,000 and tariffs adding potentially another $2,000 to $10,000 per car. But what's your opinion on this? Should we just stop financing vehicles altogether?
Hey, yeah, folks need to stop. Let's see where we got some let's see if we got some testimonials of somebody who got a crazy car payment. Let's see.
A lot of you guys are asking why my car payment is $1,000 a month, and here's why. So I told you guys I got my first car when I was a senior. It was the car of that year. I had a backup camera, I had a push start, everything, right? 9 months later, I crashed it and I totaled it. And my parents had already almost paid it off. So then they pulled me out another car, the same one, but I had to pay it. So I started paying it. I was giving payments and I was almost done. I had less than 10,000, right? I always kept up with the maintenance, everything. And I don't know why, but there was so many recalls on this car to the point where it almost left me on the freeway a couple times, okay? By this time, I already had my son. He was a baby at that time. And it got to the point where it wasn't even safe for us to be driving in that car, not even on the freeway, not anywhere. So my mom was like, it was time to upgrade. So I was like, all right, bet. So then I went in, and at that time, it was 2021. I got a 2021 Acura ILX, super nice, brand new, nice interior, everything, right? Never really gave me problems. And I got married. We have 3 kids now, fast forward to now. And we just didn't fit in that little car anymore. We needed a SUV, like a mom car. So I traded in this car, my car for this car, and I'm actually carrying $10,000 of negative equity from my very first car. But I had no choice. Like at that point, it was not safe to drive that car. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna have to swallow it and take the L. So that's why my car payment is so high, but it's totally worth it for me because yes, I have my mom car and we have our room. And look at this car seat. Look at how big it is. It takes up a lot of space because it turns. And my kids are comfortable. We have the stroller in the back. So to me, yes, it's $1,000, but it's our safety and we have the room that we need. And I love my car.
Y'all see this panoramic roof right here? That's all she care about. Right here, over here in one of the comments right here, it says, don't forget to mention all of the good options you picked for your car. Mine's is fully loaded, can never go back to the base model anymore. And then somebody said, yes, finally, somebody who understands. And that's really what it is. You want the panoramic roof just to say you got a panoramic roof. I used to just think I needed a sunroof in my car. Like, for a year, my first car had a sunroof, second car had a sunroof. And for a minute, I would not get a car without one. Until one day I remember I would close the sunroof, even if it had tint on it, because the sun would be beaming down. I'm in Texas. The sun be beaming, and it would be hot. Even with the air on, wouldn't be comfortable. So I would close it. I was like, why I got this? I used to just like how I looked up when you would pop it up in the vent. That's really what it was. It was a bunch of features that I had in a bunch of cars where when I look back at it, they was cool for the first couple of months. You get something, it'd be cool. But what I really like was when girls would get in my car and they'd be like, oh, you got this? Oh, you got this? Like, yeah. I am that nigga. You know what I'm saying? It really wasn't about what I liked no more. Then I got my first car was a beater. It just had a whole bunch of luxury stuff in it. But then I got a 96 Dodge Dakota. Didn't have nothing. Doors literally falling off of it. I was still pulling the same caliber girl, whether they had stuff or they didn't care about my truck. They didn't say nothing. They were super nice about it either. They should have been clowning me for their truck, but they didn't. It had a bench seat and it was manual. Matter of fact, most of them were like, "Dang, I wish I knew how to drive stick." And then I could put said sexual in the window in there and get the party started. But yeah, this young lady she lost in the sauce. She looked real young too. I think you don't really grow out of that till your 20s, but you had to be stupid to really get caught up into that. Let's see what this young man has to say. Wait, I clicked on this one. How did TikTok work? Do it not let me pick? Let me see. That's true. If you gonna make some money with it, it's not a bad look. But these folks don't be buying them for business. Now, some people be buying Range Rovers and cars that's over 3,000 pounds. Was it 6,000 pounds? I forgot. But so they could write it off as a business expense. But you really got to be making a plethora of money for that to even make sense. And people just be riding around just to look a certain kind of way. Let's see what else. How do you see is the most? Let's go to I can't afford my car payment no more. Let's see how this works. I know this ain't the sound ain't working on this either. God dang it. How is this not working? All right, there we go.
So I just watched a video where a man said that he was giving his car back to the bank, telling the bank he was tired of paying payments. He had 5 more years locked into a $450 a month payment, not including the.
Nope, it wasn't just you. I didn't fix the thing. It's working now though. My bad.
Insurance on the car, so he said he was just gonna take the car back, tell them they can come and get it, because he just wants to be debt free and doesn't want to pay a car note. He said it's not worth it. It's like over a 5-year span, I think he said it was like $30,000 an hour that he would own his car. So he shows another picture of a car that he's able to ride, and it's paid for completely. He was like, I'm cool with this car right here. I'm good with it. The bank can come get it. It's gonna mess up my credit. No, but I don't care. In the economy and the days we living in now, that man said, I don't need to be paying no extra $400 and some almost $500 a month for a car, and I clearly have one that's running and paid for. I was tripping out because I know people that are paying $1,200 a month for a car and $1,400 a month for a car. So if that man complaining about $400 and $500, almost a $500 a month car note, how the hell y'all be paying $1,200 and $1,400 a month? And then I want to say, is it worth it? If you have a car that's paid for in good running condition, is it really worth it? I'm so glad I don't have to put on for the crowd, because when my car is paid for, I be happy with it. Glad if some break, get it fixed. But he had a good point. That is a lot of money that you can save to do something else with. I think the reality is setting in of the economy. People don't know if their job's going to be here today or tomorrow. So now people are actually being more accountable of what they spend. People have an attitude more so now. If I don't really need it, I ain't going to spend my money on it. See, this ain't finna get ugly. When people start turning in their cars and just saying, hey, I ride what I got paid for, it's not that serious. It's something to think about. I have seen, he wasn't the only one. I saw somebody else say they was turning their car in because the payments are ridiculous and it's not worth it, and they had a car that was already paid for. My point and question is, who are you trying to impress when you go out here and get these car notes, $1,000, $1,200, and $1,400? As long as mine crank, like he said, that air run, the music play, I'm good, and I save a lot of money.
Hey, for real though. Hey, what's really crazy is, let's look at this. $1,250 times 12. That's $15,000 a year. That's $15,000 a year. And these folks be having 7-year payments. Times 7. That'd be $105,000 in total. And usually the car would be $50,000, $60,000, but the interest rate be like $11,000, $15,000. And this is what people be paying over the time, if they can even afford it and keep it up. But most folks be turning in their car, they be underwater on their loan. Let's see if we can find some folks that's underwater on their loan. Let's see. How you do the search? Car trade. I guess we'll just keep it on the I can't afford my car note. Let's see what this one say. So this said,
who y'all gonna give it to? They taking it to parts.
Yeah, they work with expensive cars like this. So sometimes there is something useful, so they just
Use it for parts. Okay.
The car look like. So watching the car I bought with taxes get repoed because I couldn't afford it no more. I wanted to see what the damn car was. Cause yeah, I'm be honest, I've stayed in areas that had this type of window dressing on it.
They taking.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Let us see.
Cause rent is high right now. Food is high. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't afford no car, no, bro. Don't even go do it. 7 to 10K and 5K on the low end, depending on what you're driving. You can afford probably like a little Honda Note or something, but like, if you ain't making 7 to 10K a month, that's out the taxes. Out the taxes. You cannot afford to go get no foreign car, no Audi, no Benz, none of that. Because them shit, an oil change in them cars be like $200-300. Tires be like $200-300 a piece. Man, I'm talking about, bro, that stuff be expensive, bro. Do not get tricked into getting into no car loan. If you got enough money saved up, sit on your money, sit on your credit. Figure out a business plan. Figure out how to turn that money. Figure out how to make your money work for you. Because a lot of people never try to figure out how to make their money work for them. That's why most people work their whole life. The less bills you have, the more time you got to think about how to create cash flowing assets for yourself. But if all you got is bills, you ain't gonna never have time to think about nothing. And you don't wanna get 60 years old and you never had time to think about nothing. Get rid of everything you don't need right now. Build your credit and then start thinking about a business, man. Freedom. Forget what it looks like.
Yeah, that's some real stuff. That's some real stuff. Let me see what y'all talking about. Said I actually went to another bank for 3%. Hey, that's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. And what's the business, April? Welcome to the stream. I ain't want to pay $450 with 6 back in 2021. These people are stupid. Yeah. And it's I give people ages, you know what I'm saying? If you 25, 18 to 25, you don't really be asking no questions. You don't want to listen to your parents or nothing. And this is not the type of stuff that's popping up in their feed, but it be 35 and up, 45, 40, 50-year-old folks that's doing this stuff, and it's wild. And what a lot of people don't understand, they don't understand that they get caught up on the price that they paying a month and not the total price they go pay for the car at all. And they just get caught up in just really trying to stun on other folks. You only comfortable for the 15, 20 minutes you gonna be in the car. Some people like, oh, I'll be in my car all day. So ain't nothing sadder. I used to deliver pizza, and it was delivery pizza dudes. It was in BMWs. And they had to get the pizza delivery car to afford the BMW on top of another job they had, while they was putting all these miles on the BMW, which pushed up their service times and everything. So everything just compounded on top of that. I was like, y'all, it's wild. But people get caught up in a lot of stuff, man. It's wild. Let's see if we can find some other stories.
No more. I don't have the energy for it. No more. I don't have the energy for it.
Oh, okay. That was like 1 second. It wasn't nothing. Let's see. How do they sort these? Can you sort these? That's a top videos right here. Let's see. Can't afford my car payment. See what pop up with these.
At 17, she took on a $50,000 auto loan at 14% that was co-signed by her father.
It was $46,000, right, y'all? Almost 2 years later, I still have $40,000 on the car.
This 19-year-old is going viral on TikTok because she's explaining how expensive it is for her to keep up her $1,200 a month payment on her Jeep Cherokee. This isn't the only video going around.
Jeep Cherokee? What? That's insane. But Jeeps is hella expensive now. And they trash. They ain't even tight dope like they used to be.
Showcasing how expensive car affordability is, especially at today's interest rates.
I don't want you guys to be like 17 thinking about getting your dream car. If you don't have the money for it, don't get it. Basically, boom, I financed this car. The vehicle in total was $39,000, right? I was upside down $10,000.
The video that she put out is essentially her explaining that she can't afford her Jeep payment anymore. It's about $1,200 a month. She had her dad co-sign for her at 17 years old. She's had this car for 2 years and she's only eaten away about $6,000 of the actual principal, and the rest of her payments went to interest. She has about a 14% interest rate on this vehicle, and she had traded in her Kia and rolled over $10,000 in negative equity. She did not know what APR was, and it is very important for us to take the time to educate ourselves for whatever we're getting ourselves into, for whatever we're purchasing, just so we can be prepared to make decisions that will benefit us in the future. If you don't know what APR is, it means annual percentage rate. Please take the time to Google or go on whatever the social media platform. There are elementary level videos out there to help you and give you the knowledge you need to become financially literate.
14%. I financed that for that, and my loan was $46,000, right, y'all? Almost 2 years later, still have $40,000 on the car. So basically, I've been paying for what? It's crazy. It's just like, you know, me struggling right now. My mom doesn't know I'm struggling. My mom is struggling.
She explains in this video again that she's struggling paycheck to paycheck, and she said that if it wasn't for DoorDash, that she wouldn't be able to afford the vehicle and other necessary things in her life, and she's came to the realization that this vehicle has to go. But unfortunately, she is stuck, and this is why if we don't take the time to understand our position or put ourselves in the best position, that we will be in many predicaments like this, where your family member or your significant other has co-signed for you, and you don't want to mess up their credit, and now you are about $30,000 or $20,000 underneath. So you're stuck with this vehicle, and the only way to get out of it is to have the bank come repossess it, pick it up, or to refinance. And even then, at a $700 or $600 monthly payment, which is still significantly less, may not be what was best for her. Please take the time to educate and understand what you're getting yourself into, so that way you may become better mentally, fiscally, emotionally, because again, these things take a toll on your body, on your mind, on your soul. So let's not get caught in this trap. Let's not get caught in extreme amounts of debt, and let's make better decisions for ourselves. At 17,
who the hell was her pops co-signing for that? Like, that was stupid. Like, and it only give me two thought processes. Either her parents them like kind of got it like that, and she used this to go viral or something like that, or she just got, maybe her pops wasn't there for her and was like, oh, I'm gonna give my baby girl whatever she need or whatever to make up for it, or he hate her guts and wanted her to be. Probably have to go sell it at some point in time, because and when I say sell it, I'm not talking about the car, all right? Because that's insane. That is insane. And to your point about taking stuff back for interest rates and stuff, if folks can get their credit real good, they be talking about the zero interest. You know, you go get a brand new car, zero interest. If you got far enough credit, you can get a card that has like $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 limit on it and get zero interest for like 24 months on it. Go buy the car you need from the dealership. Talk them down on the price. And let them think you about to get screwed on the finance and stuff. Let them pick whatever. Like, yeah, 20%, whatever, blah, blah. That's all good, yeah. But get them as low as you need to on their price. Preferably, you get them down to 15, 14, 13, depending. Get you a good 3-4-year-old car, whatever, some dependable stuff. You let them set you up 26%, whatever. Just get that price as low as you can. Then you can do a balance transfer. If you got credit like that, if you got access to that type of credit, and be zero interest for 24 months, and if you already pre-planned for how much you want to pay for that car, then you got 2 years to pay off the lowest price out the door that you could get, and just do it that kind of way. But people don't get taught that, and actually what's crazy is the people who got A1 credit enough to even have them options to do that type of stuff, they buying beaters. They'll buy a cash car somewhere or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's really a sad game, man. It's really a sad game out here. Let's see what this let's see the truth about this this car right here. Cause everybody ain't either seen or been a victim of buy here, pay here type situations.
Oh, Nate got the Toyota Camry 2020 with the red interior. Miss Nate, how much did you put down?
$0 down.
How much was your monthly payment?
$5.99.
For how long?
427.
Take a look.
This right here is probably the worst car deal I've ever seen in my entire life.
127 months. How the hell long? I can't even do the math on. I gotta ask the damn internet. How long is 427 months? Need some years. Give us years. It's 35 years. Ain't no way that's real.
Life. She got a Toyota Camry with $0 down and $600 a month. 427 months. To get yourself stuck in a deal like that, your credit must be just terrible. However, imagine not knowing anything about cars to thinking that this right here is a good deal. I mean, as you can see, she's all excited. $0 down, $5.99 a month. 427 months she's locked into paying for this Toyota Camry right here. This is how much she'd be paying if she obviously kept that car for the full 427 months. However, she's never going to be able to sell this car because her payoff is going to be so high. Even $600 a month for a Camry is just insane. Her loan is literally for 35 years, longer than she's been alive. So again, just because you have bad credit and no bank's gonna approve you, this right here is not a good deal. Learn about the car market, understand what's a good deal versus what's not a good deal, and do not get yourself trapped into a life sentence like this, because this is a life sentence. Again, she's probably gonna get repoed within the first 1 to 2 years. If you want to learn how to buy the right cars and or make money off them every single month, join me on Tuesdays and Thursdays, free live mentorship.
Yo, hey, this comment right here is the first thing, guys. So we all open up our calculators to see how many years that was. That's bananas right there. Let's see if it serves us up another crazy story.
What are some good entry-level cars that people can...
I'm not messing with him. What a home run car looks like. This right here is a home run car, and let me explain what I mean by that. So I purchased this G63 back on April 24th, as you can see up here, for $153,000 with only 3,000 miles on the dash. On top of this car having very low miles at the time that I purchased it, this is also a very nicely spec G63. This paint is called Manufacturer Yellow Olive Magno, and this is a $6,500 option from factory. On top of this car having a $6,000...
Yeah, I don't know what you talking about.
Why do I feel like the Ferrari F for under $100,000?
See, they claim TikTok be knowing, you know, what you want to see, but that's a damn lie.
Is the auto market crashing? People are falling behind on their auto.
In life, sometimes you have to take I believe in life, sometimes you have to take a risk. And that risk was me willing to give him my car keys. And I just met him on TikTok, y'all. He said he was willing to help me out. And I was like, at this point, let me just get the help. And I feel like, low-key, my car payment is due in 4 days, y'all. I have only $2 on my Chase account, y'all. And it's the 15th. My car payment is due on the 19th of every month. And I don't get paid until next week. So it's like, how am I going to even, like, I don't know, y'all. And I don't want to use the GoFundMe money until I get enough to be able to, like, put a chunk of money towards my principal. So I'm just going to leave it up there in my bio. And I just seen some of you guys, she just keeps making dumb decisions after dumb decisions, y'all. I live in Port St. Lucie, Florida. If you know what Port St. Lucie, Florida is, it's like a retirement place where old people come to retire. If I rent my car on Turo, it's most likely not going to get, like, rented out. He lives in Miami, Florida, something like that, y'all. And he was willing to help me out. And I said, okay, Miami's a busy city. He was explaining to me, y'all. He gave me his driver license and everything. He's honestly like a nice person. At the end of the day, I still don't know him like that, but still I'm willing to take the risk. You know what I'm saying? He was willing.
So I'm guessing this that girl from earlier, and she met somebody who said, I'll rent your car out on Turo. This is from April. She had a GoFundMe, and now her page ain't available. Okay, here we go. So how does this work? Is this real? I don't know how TikTok work. How you got 0 followers and 0 whatchamacallits? I'm gonna see if this GoFundMe still open. The GoFundMe closed. I'm confused on that. That can't be. This had to be some type of storyline or something, because this couldn't be real.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna get on here and speak on it, but y'all, living with your boyfriend, just be mentally prepared.
All right, yeah, we gotta get up out of here. See, this is why I don't be messing with TikTok, because it be lying about what it's gonna do. Let me see what this is. In 2018, at 27 years old, my car got repossessed because I couldn't afford my $138 payment. Life be happening sometimes, but you had that was a good, what? That's real sad. Oh, somebody said she checked into rehab. She had a drug problem or something. Okay. Well, yeah, but yeah, you messed up though. I'm be $138. You are crazy. Let's see. What about this?
What is your car?
2018 Mazda 3.
Okay.
Touring. It's the nice one.
Oh, $20,000 a year net.
So I bought this kind of at the, I think we're like in the peak of the car chip crisis issue.
Okay, I think I know what you're saying.
But the car that I had, it was a 1998 Toyota, which it was still running good, but I thought the transmission was slipping.
Was it?
So apparently it's just having like a shifting issue. Mostly like from first to second, like the car doesn't want to shift. And I mistook it as...
That might have been a sensor. I had to fix it on my daughter's car. It was a sensor that cost $64. And it took me 15 minutes to put in there. But my brother, who I bought that car from for $1,500, even though he bought it for $1,000. Anyway, he was like, you got some transmission issues on it probably, but I plug the little thing up in there, and it'd be crazy because once you hear transmission, you do be scared. And they do be taxing just to be looking for a car. You can go on Amazon and get the same little diagnostics plug-in thing. They got cheap ones that's like $30, and then you get the big kind of bad boy ones for like $150. But you gotta look at it like this: when they ask you, when they say, "Oh yeah, we gotta check it out," they just go plug it in there, and it usually be like $99 for them to check it out. So $50 more, you do your own diagnostics for the most part for yourself on certain stuff, just to make sure it ain't a sensor or something like that. Cause they straight be finessing. But yeah, once you transmission, do be scared. Head gasket, you be hearing head gasket, do be scared. Let's continue though.
But
like a
but
slip,
but it sounds like you ended up finding out what was actually wrong. So
recently.
What do you mean recently?
My dad still has the car.
Why? Is it his car technically?
I mean, he bought it. It was like $1,000 cash car from Craigslist.
How many miles are on that car?
Like 220,000.
I mean, I have an idea. I just don't know if it's the right idea because I do not know enough about that car and the longevity of that car and what maintenance has been done on that car and what needs to be done. By the way, there's transmission places all over Austin. They'll try to upsell you on a bunch of shit. You can go and you can get a free transmission check. Yeah. And they can tell you the health of the transmission. I did that and realized that my Nissan 2013 Nissan Altima, when I first moved here, was going to shit. Literally when I got here, like the transmission just started. Altima. Yeah, exactly. And 2013, it's like the worst period for those. And so I immediately got rid of it and got my Jeep. So I would have checked that out first, but either way we're here. But okay, so either way, you owe $18,054 on it. Okay. With a minimum payment, and this is okay because first of all, that's insane because that's almost as much as you make a year net. But the $358, like with where your rent is, and now your $358 14-cent minimum payment, I do not know how you're even paying your bills.
So when I bought this car, I was still living with my mom, so I could comfortably make that payment, no problem.
Yeah, these be some young folks, and their parents don't be. I was gonna say their parents don't be looking out, but I ain't go front. I had got a Jeep Cherokee. It was a 99, but this was the year 2002, and I went to my pops, and he let me borrow $3,000 to put down on it. I did not read any of the paperwork. Come to find out, my interest rate was like 18%, 20% or something like that. And I finally looked at the paperwork like 3 days after I bought it and was like, yo, they talking about on the window, it said it was going to be $8,000 in total. After the finances, so it was like $28,000 or $24,000 or something like that. And I ain't talked to my parents or nothing about it when I went and bought it. I ain't talked to nobody. I was like, I'm grown. I know what I'm doing. And yeah, long story short, my pops ended up buying their car outright from the place. I don't know what kind of deal he set up, but and he ended up selling to somebody else. So I don't know, but we be young, don't be telling our parents stuff, and sometimes you tell your parents stuff, they don't be know nothing either. So who knows? L. Biddy says, I got one of those diagnostic centers. Solid purchase. They have very solid. My daughter's car is a 2006. It's got 328,000 miles on it. And I bought that thing and found the transmission sensor was messed up. And that was basically it, because it was having some type of slip and stuff. The next thing we gonna have to get is a power steering pump replaced or something like that. And that ain't gonna be too expensive, but it's way better than having her have a crazy car note and stuff. Credit wise, a lot of people are like, well, you need a car note so your credit be good. Well, if you got kids, put them as a authorized user on your credit cards. If you keeping up good with your credit card, so they will inherit that. Then you get them they own little starter credit card or whatever, and put them on a nice little cycle so that by the time they 25, they be straight. You ain't gotta get them no car note or nothing. Cash cards are actually very good. I know it seemed like, oh, you can't trust the cash cards off Craigslist, You just kind of got to do your research. You are rolling the dice, but at the same time, you be rolling the dice. Going to a dealership or buying a brand new car, you are guaranteeing that you gonna be locked into a crazy payment for a minute. And especially how stuff is going now, ain't no guaranteed jobs, ain't no guaranteed nothing. I'm very grateful we ain't got no car notes, because I'll be worried, because I don't know what the hell gonna happen next year. Let's continue. Let's see what this these next stories gonna be. These ain't like the TikToks I be seeing other people be watching, and it be like real good and stuff. Let's see. How about I look up car payment. Let's look it up. One day I got mad at the world, and now I have a high car payment.
God help me, I got a race car.
I don't know what the hell that means. But people be doing that too, retail therapy. People go out and buy a real nice car, whatever, because they went through a breakup or some type of stuff. So that'd be real. That'd be real for real too. Let's see what this is. How do I tell the difference between somebody that's just go do one of them voiceovers or somebody that's actually go tell the story? That's what would be scary.
Well, I cannot be getting behind these $700 car payments. Every time I work on budgets and I want to choke on my own vomit. And before you say, Jess, the average car is like $35,000. I don't care. You don't need a $35,000 car. You want a $35,000 car. The most expensive car I ever bought was a 2015 Mazda 3. I bought it in 2016 for $14,000, walking out the door, and my car payment was $315.15. And I thought that was a lot, and it really isn't. Nowadays, with my income and everything, I would say, I don't think I'd be comfortable paying more than $450. $500 is pushing it. And some of you are willing to have $700 plus car payments. Not only that, I've seen people with car payments more than some people's mortgages. I've seen people come with car payments $1,400. For $1,400, I better be able to live in that thing. I also feel like cars are just the biggest tricks ever, because it's I've just never looked at someone's vehicle, even if it's the oldest thing in the world, and been
ew, like, look what I don't care. I feel like most people do not care. Like, I will get in the oldest, like, beat up car ever of someone else's and not give two shits, as long as it's not, like, piled with trash and fast food. Like, I do care about that stuff, but I would care about that if it was a brand new car. But it's just so much better to not have the new car and make those kind of car payments. And I'm in, like, a great position right now. I do not have a car payment. I honestly don't even have, like, a car of my own. I have a company car. And, yeah, so I have a company car and they pay for like my car insurance and gas and like all that great stuff. So currently right now I do not have a car payment. Now what I've been meaning to do for like the last 8 months, and this is like totally my bad, I need to be doing it, is I want to put like, I think like $350, $400 a month into a high yield savings as my car payment. So that way when I do eventually get a car of my own, then I have like a good down payment that I had been saving up for. But I can't get behind those $700 plus car payments. That's outrageous.
It is very crazy. And that's very smart too. That is super smart to do. That is super smart. Y'all know what? I'm gonna have to learn how to do TikTok and stuff so I can find like the good stuff, the good TikToks beforehand.
The Pythagorean theorem for, but I could damn sure tell you my AP the Pythagorean theorem for, but I could damn sure tell you my APR is 30%. Nobody told me what that meant. The Pythagorean theorem for.
Yeah, this is weird because it won't even play the whole damn thing. Know what the damn say? Know what the final is? Let me see what y'all talking about over here. Let's see. You talking about that 440 to 70 years, 400,000 years they had that damn car note? I don't know. I think the highest car note I ever had in my life is 258. 258. Highest car note I ever had. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, I can't. I'm lying. That Jeep was 300. No, it was 298. That was in 2022 though. But I ain't paid too long. My pops took it. But by myself after that, the highest note I had was like 238 was the highest I had. And I hurried up and got out of that. Got that thing paid on it for a few months and got me a 0 interest card. And boom, moved over there and knocked it out super fast. Because I had the ability to do that. But yeah, folks be going on. But you know what? You can tell a lot of people about cars. This is the thing that's crazy about this whole world we live in. This is the saddest part. For the majority of people, you cannot tell them a car don't matter. Period. Because you got that subset of people that whole family all had nice cars, whether they could afford it or not, and they never go not have a nice car because they feel like that's their lineage. Some people go be able to afford it, some people ain't. But for the people who never can afford it and ain't grow up in no lineage of people that had nice cars, you cannot tell them that a nice car is not worth it because they got to experience it for themselves. And it usually take them a few months or a few years, because especially if they ain't never had none, you can't tell nobody it's not worth it or it's a waste of money, because a lot of people really put a lot of their self-worth in it, and a lot of people really put the thoughts of other people into the equation when they purchase stuff. And that's the thing. You really got to be went through it to understand it. Now, some stuff you might get some and be like, yo, I can't do without heated seats. I can't do without this. I can't do without that. But you ain't got to get brand new. You get something that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. My pops never bought a brand new car off the lot after a couple of years. He did in the beginning, but as he got older, it was this old guy he knew in the old town he was from that would buy a brand new car every 3 years. He only drove that car on Sundays, and then he would buy that car from old dude when he was done with it or whatever. And that's what you gotta do. You gotta find old drivers, People, them Sunday driving folk cars, they out there. They still folks that buy real nice cars, only drive them occasionally, and you can find them. It's easy to know what they look like. It's easy to tell. It seems like it's hard, but it really ain't. And get you a car for a decent price. It's got all the features that you want. But all the features is really just kind of a waste. Most people is only in their car maybe 30 minutes in the day. Maybe 30 minutes in the day. All them gadgets and all of that stuff got you. Why you need the refrigerator there in your I remember I had a friend. He was a doctor or RN? Anyway, this is way back in our early 20s. He had got a Benz and it had the refrigerator thing, and he even said it. We was in our early 20s. He was like, yeah, man, I got this thing. I thought it was so dope, man. I don't even use that no more. I don't even care no more. Like, I should have got me a beater. I was like, yo, most people feel like, I feel like the majority of the people that went out and got crazy cars when they was younger, most of the people I know that got crazy cars when they younger, at our age right now, we be like, I don't care. I don't care. I had a brand new car, and my mom's got me a brand new car after my first car, and I'm very blessed that I got a brand new car because it made me not care no more. It was dope. It was cool pulling up on folks. I'm like, yeah, you spoiled them on? Yeah, it was cool. After that, I was like, the car just... I had drove my homeboy car when I had that car, and his brakes didn't work correctly. And that car was very fun to drive. I did not think we was going to make it home. And if the police had pulled us over, they would have killed us because you literally had to kind of tip on the brakes to get it to stop, and they would have thought we was trying to evade arrest. We definitely would have got killed. But that fun, driving his car home that night, was like, why? Having a new car don't matter. We still was talking to the same girls, doing the same stuff, kicking the same. And they get us so crazy with the cars and the lifestyle and the commercials and the identity association, and you look at somebody, and most now when I see somebody got a real nice car, I be like, I bet you they like very deep in debt. Even if they dress nice and everything, I gotta see. When I drive through nice neighborhoods, I be like, somebody in here probably think about killing themselves because they ain't gonna be able to pay they mortgage or they boat payment or something this month. I done been around, and I have been in the situation where we was in all brand new stuff, and we didn't even have heat. Couldn't pay the heat bill. Brand new cars. Me and my brother stayed in the house one time he had bought, and folks lost their jobs and stuff. It got crazy. Brand new motorcycles, brand new cars in the driveway, super everything. We could not pay the heat bill. Riding very lovely. He had a brand new Sierra GMC. Damn, he had a Yamaha. Which one was it? I forgot the bike, but it was a R1. Or was it R6? I forgot. We couldn't even pay the damn heat bill at that time. It was like 2002, 2003. That said, both of us had gas. Come stay tonight. Wrapped up in 8 bundles of clothes with a space heater in there. So people, if they really like you, a lot of men don't understand this. The girl really like you, she'll say what you do your poor, but having all of that stuff was just a waste. Now, once you can afford it, it's cool and stuff, but going without certain stuff, going out with heat, water, and all that lets you really know what's important. So now I know I'd much rather go without a brand new car and all this stuff and not heat and water and food and stuff like that. But a lot of people will sacrifice that. Will literally be eating beanie weenies to have a nice car, will stay in that neighborhood they can't afford, that high apartment they can't afford, and stay there and don't got nothing. Gotta work 24 hours a day, take all the overtime. And then if they lose that, they gonna be way more messed up. You gotta break a lease. It's not. It's very bad for you. You ain't gonna be able to get nowhere by yourself in a decent place for a long period of time unless you can get it took off your credit. But we just programmed to think that stuff is cool. Let me see what y'all saying. Newer cars are harder to change average things. I believe, let me make sure I ain't lying to y'all on this. New Honda needs app to change tire. Let's see. Hyundai. I believe it's this. I had read somewhere where you need like this app that costs a whole bunch of money to change the brakes on it for the Hyundais or something like that. Check this out. Look at this. I knew I wasn't tripping. This is crazy right here. So sure, you can replace your Ionic N brakes, but only with Hyundai's $6,000 tool or a $2,000K locked workaround. This from November 16th. I drove one of these. This they Hyundai's electric cars. They nice. They really nice, but I wouldn't get no electric car. Cause I ended up renting one. And what's crazy is, you know how y'all go rent a car? You go rent a car, and if you choose a mystery car, it'd be like way cheaper or whatever. It was my mystery car. And I was like, yo, this car dope. Until that battery got low quick, because I was driving there anywhere, and charging at the house was, anyway, but we gonna get to how much they taxing. Maintaining your own car has been a bridge of pride for some and financial necessity for many others. Swapping fluids, filters, or brake pads is a part of the standard weekend maintenance ritual for countless drivers. But for one Hyundai Ioniq 5 owner, the sense of self-reliance recently hit a wall, or more precisely, a brake caliper. He discovered that replacing the rear brake pads for his EV wasn't as simple as it used to be. Now Hyundai has responded. Says it might seem odd that someone had already burned through their rear pads, especially on the EV, but it happened because the owner drove his car the way Hyundai wants owners too hard on the track. But when he tried to replace these pads, he learned that he needed to retract the electronic parking brake. That's where the easy do-it-yourself way took a turn. Let's see. One way to retract the brakes is to use Hyundai's Global Dynamics system. The software and the hardware that goes with it costs almost $6,000, as we've seen online. But don't worry, there's another option called the J2534 diagnostic tool, which Hyundai supports, as seen in the official document discovered by The Drive. According to the owner, the software costs $60 a week or less, average for longer time periods, and requires the use of the J2534 adapter, which can be found for $2,000. Hyundai currently approves only 3 options for this tool, and adding that under no circumstance do we recommend the use of the non-approved J2534 device. And more importantly, beyond that, the tool requires special National Automotive Service Task Force authentication and constant connection to the internet. And here's the kicker: only certified repair shops or repair businesses are supposed to get access to that software. The NSTF, which kind of look like it's a nasty, because that is nasty work right there, told the owner that nasty credentials are for use by qualified technicians, mechanics, or locksmiths working in business, providing repair or replacement. Now, this is what Hyundai said in reply. Said Hyundai is committed to supporting both our dealer network and independent repair facilities with safe, secure, and accessible service solutions for vehicles equipped with electronic parking brakes, including the Ioniq 5, Ioniq 5N. The official repair procedure requires placing the rear calipers in service mode using either our GDS tool or the G2534 application. This ensures proper functionality and customer safely. Hyundai recently expanded access through an update to our J2534 application, enabling aftermarket users to perform functions previously restricted by the GDS Secure Gateway. While authentication through NASTIF is required for sensitive operations, this step helps maintain security and accountability. Our official dealer tool, DDS, is also available for purchase by anyone for the 6 Rizzles, 6 racks. We appreciate interest in do-it-yourself repairs and will continue to work forward towards solutions that balance convenience with security. So yeah, it can be done, but unless you already own the specialized tools or have deep pockets, the process can cost you about as much as the old hatchback version from the Classified, the gas version of it. But for now, at least the cheaper workaround for 2 racks is available. And that's the thing about them going to electric cars, because the right to repair is some big stuff going on. I don't know if y'all know about that movement, but if you ever see the Clippy emoji in somebody's profile, they down for the right to repair movement, which is companies are trying to make everything subscription based, everything proprietary, which iPhones just lost a battle in the EU, which shout out to them, England, the EU and stuff, that they ain't got no at will really out there like that, and companies can't really screw you over. Or it's harder to, because iPhones had to switch to USB-C out there, because they was like, yo, that iPhone charger y'all got is stupid. Everybody else got USB-C. Why y'all selling proprietary stuff when the market standard is now USB-C for everything? So y'all got to switch over. And that's the reason why they done switched over. They had to be forced to by law. But all these companies want us to be stuck having to pay for things that we used to be able to do on our own. And it's crazy. That's why I am never going to be down for an electric car. They be cool, but it's just too much other stuff that go into it. The systems can run themselves. Wrong software update, firmware update, you screwed. Or if you ain't got a certain software or firmware update, certain features disappear, or they can just start charging you for stuff that was free not too long ago, and then buying it secondhand is just a lot going on with it. It's crazy. Friday B Production said, I've lived in NYC all my life, never felt the need for a vehicle of my own. And shout out to y'all, they got good public transits. Being from Arkansas, Little Rock, you had to have a car. Like, you can catch the bus, but if you catch the bus somewhere it take you 5 minutes to get to and by car, might get stretched out to 45 minutes, an hour, depending on where you try to go. So you really, in the South, you need a car. It's too sprawled out. I went to visit Tokyo, and I was thinking, it's a couple of places. Berlin had a good subway system too, but Tokyo's subway system was a whole nother. And I was like, you really don't need a car here. Like, you really do not need a car. And I imagine that's how it is in New York. But explain to me why everybody be having a car in New York and the traffic be jammed and stuff. Like, why do? Is it because people be driving in from New Jersey and from other places? Why people be having cars and stuff? Let me know, because I'm like, watch. Because in Tokyo, they barely got enough room to park cars, but then they got car parking lots that's underground. Like, it's like 4 cars be on top, and then you driving this one thing, you got elevator take you down in certain spots and stuff. It's crazy, but you really don't need no car there. And this subway station is everywhere. Like, it was nothing to get around. But they was built for that. And New York was, I'm pretty sure, was built for that. Chicago, I think that was built for that too. And then in Las Vegas, they tried to do that Tesla thing, but that's a scam. That's a scam. And That's what they're trying to do with car automation, I believe, like autonomous driving and stuff, which is gonna take them a very long time because these cars still run over people and they test. And like every car would have to be, in order for that system to work, all cars will have to be electric. It can't work while it's still regular people on the road. So that's some bullish that they trying to push. That they got cars, certain taxi services do it, I think, in certain areas, but it's gonna be a while for it be like widespread like that, because just one person get hit by one of them autonomous, you talking about the money that their family, they go bankrupt the place. It's crazy. Tesla cars caused a bunch of accidents and stuff. They tried to do a test in Austin not too long ago. It did like 50 through the damn kids zone, which was great. What's the business, Rainy Feathers? April says, now leasing is 3 to 5 years and messing up financing because these dealers are not trying to do anything. My boyfriend bought a 10-year-old car in cash. It's a mess, but it gets him to and from work. Yo, it's something you can work on, and old to me is way worth it, better than getting something new or dealing with this finance and stuff and all that. My wife, she had to get a car, and be honest, really got the guy scammed technically for it. But like I told y'all earlier, just move that over to a zero interest card and get it out the way. And so we got the interest rate that was stupid out the way, because I was like, why is we got this interest rate? But this was around like right after COVID, because even my truck interest rate was stupid, but I paid it for like a year or two and moved over to zero interest, then got it out the paint. So I don't know, but I can work on her car, I can work on my daughter's car, and I can work on my truck, except for that damn spark plug. I don't know why I can't fix it. They put it in a stupid place, but yeah, it's way better to get a cash car now. Like during COVID, when you didn't want to be on public transit and driving would be great because you by yourself, I just walk. You in a walkable city. I ain't go front. I be watching them city planner YouTube channels and stuff, and they be like, yeah, America is trash. It's not walkable and stuff. And I visit my friends in Germany and stuff, and they neighborhood, they don't really have to leave their neighborhood. Like everything there, grocery store down the street, they walk. And I'm talking about everything like in a 5-6 minute walk, and everything built on top of each other and all this stuff. And they building some areas like that up in Frisco too. So I think it is good. Sadly, I'm a part of the problem though, since I grew up in areas that were not walkable as well. I am very car centric, and I be thinking about it because me and my wife be talking about leaving the U.S. and stuff, and there's so many other places outside the country that's walkable. It's places here that's walkable too. You gotta find them. The only reason I want to move to New York is all my family up there, and my daughter who just came from up there visiting say it smell like urine. Let me know. I think it's just in the summertime, but let me know. I thought it was some BS, but that's what they tell me, and I was like, walkable, but it smell like urine. I can't. Germany and stuff, Tokyo, air smells nice and urine free. Let me know if that's accurate or if they lying over there. I don't want to call my auntie no fat liar. Open source electric cars are dope, but they trying to block them over here. They trying to block them. It's so many. Check this out. This is what's so crazy about the electronic car market in China. It's hella good Chinese cars, but they trying to block them. They don't want them over here. They don't want us to have greatness. They don't want us to have greatness. Look at this. Just in the pricing. Just in the prices. You didn't get the whole BS lie that Leland, Avon was trying to sell us and stuff. No, I want to be 24. They already got $24,000 cars over there. But with all the tariffs and all of the stuff they trying to do to stop us from getting them, it's jacked up. We can't even get them. We can't even get them. These are like 4 cars and stuff that you can get over there. This car right here, check this out. This itty bitty titty committee car fits 4 people. Not comfortably, but the best pony starts at $4,800, and then if you want to trick it out, it's $6,300 for this. Let's see how much this Sherry car is. Sherry. Let's see how much this one is. It starts at $20K. $20K. The auto industry is moving forward whether the U.S. joins it or not. And they got hella stuff over there that we just not gonna get access to because of pure hatred. Pure hatred and greed. Corporate greed. Now, I don't know how much the nice looking car is. It don't say, but either way it go. Oh, no, that's 150. Yeah, nobody need all that. But anyway, yeah, man. They got the stuff. They got the technology. They just want to rip us off over here. So we stay working. They want us working 24 hours a day. Michael Jackson tried to promise what they got me working day and night song. I think that was about a smashing or something though. Y'all let me know, because I never really paid attention to the lyrics. But I assumed it was either about working real hard or having sex on cocaine. Somebody let me know. I'll look up the lyrics one day. Let's see. The electric supercar channel on YouTube converts gas cars to the open source electric cars so you can control all this. What are electric supercar channel? Let me look that up. Electric supercar channel. Can they convert a Ford Fiesta, a 97 Ford Fiesta? Cause that's what we working with. Working with that 97 Ford Fiesta around here. Oh, okay. They talking about baller cars. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to go check it out. They talking about some real. Okay. I think they would turn down my 97 Ford Fiesta request. But see, he right here, he needs surgery. So I hope, like on when people be having near-death experiences and stuff, he wake up, he be like, look, I was against the 97 Ford Fiesta conversions before, but I talked to the Lord. He wants me to do the Ford Fiestas now. So, matter of fact, Super Rick, he spoke to me and wants you to send us your 97 Ford Fiesta so we can get that conversion over for you ASAP. I'll be like, yes. Yes. Yeah, that's what's up. Yes, the something smells like, yeah, because they've been telling me that for the longest, like since the 80s. I was like, yo, New York dope, ain't it? It's like, yeah, it was before Giuliani cleaned up Times Square, and now it smell like pee in Disneyland. I was like, damn, because I wanted to go to Peep Show New York, like just for the experience, not out of horniness, but you play a nickel. From the old movies I seen, you go to nickel, just the peep thing come up butt ass, and then go down, you put in another nickel, and I would just go, hey, look what happened for a nickel. Look at that. Wow, this is New York City. But it's gone now, so I don't even want to go no more if I can't have that experience. Me living in dirty London. I heard London just like New York and stuff. Basically, as far as price concerned, in London be grimy. I was watching, was that the show The Misfits set in London or somewhere in the UK and stuff? London look hella grimy and gangsterish. I seen a lot of gangsterish stuff on the media about London and stuff. So you let me know. Then it be cloudy all the time. London look hella gangster. Hella expensive and gangster. Scary. It made me cross it off my want to visit list. Then they tax you. Cause I live in the buddy pass life. Then they tax you leaving and coming out on your plane tickets. Even with the buddy pass and stuff. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna put that on my list of places to visit. I'm sorry, just not. I do want some authentic fish and chips, but I'll go outside of London. Get that. Oh no, I'm not talking about them Chinese cars. I'm talking about gas to electric conversions. You get a gas car that's already street legal and gutted and make it electric, whatever features you want. He did the military Hummer for Jerry Rig, everything. Oh no, that's 7 hours ago. What happened to electric supercar? I'll be back, y'all. I gotta see what's wrong with ES. All right, y'all. 100%. Pray that person is doing okay. I want a Chinese joint. If it was, I really don't want no Chinese joint though. I want a gas car. Period. Cause this is the thing. In the according to Walking Dead, the power grid gonna be gone. Okay, and I need to be able to pillage and maraud, burglar, if you will, people for gas to make it over. You ain't gonna be able to do that with electric cars because all of the grid gonna be there. Car die, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? You can't rob nobody for electricity. So I want a gas car truck with the ram thing on the front so I can mow over as many walkers or living, depending if they with Negan or something. I might need to mow down. So yeah, that's the only thing you gonna need gas. It's gonna be apocalypse that is pretty much going, because we all zombies right now. The folks paying. Did y'all see that Christmas bear thing at the damn Starbucks? What is that called? The Starbucks barista bear. Did y'all see that? That was stupid as hell. I wonder if they still going off on that, or is it done selling now? Let me see. As I know they were selling them on eBay for a crazy amount 2 weeks ago. I ain't sure if they still doing it. Let's see. Let us see. Let's go to eBay. We better go to eBay and check it out because I'm curious if folks still. Let's see if folks still selling their firstborn child for this stupidity. Okay. So it's looking like still selling them, but it ain't as crazy. They want $30-something for that. What? Yeah, it's still folks selling crazy prices for these bears. Yeah. $45? Nah, y'all is wilding out. But I guess they done got them back in stock because I had seen them for like $100 or something last week or whatever. They selling this one. This has got liquid in it. Why somebody want they have used as barista bear? $155. 33 gone. 29. And you want to know what's crazy about human psychology? Somebody will definitely pay $155 just because they like, oh, this more expensive. It got to be more special stuff, man. Like, people is really stupid like that. That's wild. If you want the fish and chips experience, go any seaside town. South End on Sea, Margate, Steerwell, or clear of Blackpool. All right, cool, bet. Let me screenshot that. So just for future reference. All right, here we go. They say, man, back stuff, that suck. Yeah, it do suck. My back was messed up a month or two ago. But at least it ain't life threatening. It's just old manish stuff. Remember when Tickle Me Elmo went for like 300 back in the 90s? Hell yeah, that shit was wild. That Tickle Me Elmo shit was crazy. And I was older by that time, so I ain't give a damn. But y'all wanna know something? I guess we'll move over to what time it? Yeah, we got some time for some 90s nostalgia. We're gonna move over to the nostalgia portion, like I was doing a couple of months ago. We're gonna move. Since you bring up Tickle Me Elmo, check this out. Back in the day, my mom's told me this story. So back in the 80s, at that time, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was insane. Okay, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles insane. And I got one let's see how it goes to the pictures. Yeah, Ninja Turtles back then was crazy. I got this one, I keep this one. Cause I got hella Raphaels. Raphael's my favorite. So I got the Raphael outside the box, right? But I keep this one in the box. Okay. I keep this one in the box. I got this one too. I love Raphael. But I'm gonna tell y'all this story. All right, this is story time real quick. So as I tell y'all all the time, I was a spoiled piece of shit growing up, right? So that year, my mom's had got a good job. She was working at the newspaper, so she could afford to give me whatever the hell I wanted that Christmas. So she was on a mission to give me all Ninja Turtles. And she knew my favorite Ninja Turtle, Raphael. So she told me this after Christmas was over. And I was playing, I had the turtle blimp, I had all that shit. And she was like, yeah, I almost had to kill a motherfucker for that Raphael. I was like, what you talking about? The woman, it was like the whole aisle was like full of women, full of parents and stuff. And like what y'all saw on TV, like that, back in the 90s, they was really doing that. She was like, all the Ninja Turtles was gone for the most part, except all they had left was like the side characters that didn't nobody want and shit. And the main Ninja Turtles was gone, but it was one more Raphael. She said a woman tried to grab it. And she says she says I didn't violently like elbow her, but I did move her hand out the way so I could get it for you. And I was like, yo, that's what I'm talking about. Catching assault charges for Ninja Turtles is the most best parent thing you could do. Shout out to my mama. She was proud too. And I think my mama did kind of, I think she softened it. Because once she started telling the story, I think she realized what she was telling me. And then she tried to. But no, I think my mama was full blown. What was that movie, Jingle All the Way? She pulled the Arnold Schwarzenegger for the Raphael. So this is in respect. This is a tribute to my mama for when she got me this one right here. And real toy collectors, you get two. You get one you play with, and then you keep one in the box. I don't do that. That's dumb as hell to me. But I keep this one for respect that my mama for when she fought for that Raphael for me and stuff. Because that was one of my dopest Christmases. That was my Ninja Turtle Christmas. I had all them hoes. Had the toilet plunger one. Had the damn shredder. I ain't get Rocksteady and Bebop, but she couldn't find them hoes because them scavengers took it and shit. But she got me the main things that I wanted. The 90s and 80s was so great. This was a great time to be a child. Let's see. I had one, just threw it away. What, the Tickle Me Elmo? Oh, you talking about the barista cup. Let's see. Let's see how much Tickle Me Elmos is going now on eBay. Y'all remember Teddy Ruxpin? Because Teddy Ruxpin, that was like, people who had Teddy Ruxpin, I was like, oh my gosh, you are so rich. You got a Teddy Ruxpin. Look at people that had a Teddy Ruxpin. We better go to eBay, see how much a Tickle Me Elmo go for now. Because you could pay somebody college tuition with a Tickle Me Elmo back in the day. Let's see. Tickle Me Elmo. Let's see. Damn. Now you get a Tickle Me Elmo 20, 20, 30. I wonder how many people lost their life for that original Tickle Me Elmo. How many people was maimed? Somebody lost an eye for this Tickle Me Elmo somewhere. I know it was some violence for this Tickle Me Elmo at a certain point. Like, it had to be some violence, for real. I was still a kid, but too old to give a damn. But one of my white friends went and bought like 10 of them, all at retail price. As soon as they dropped and flipped them for 3 racks. What? The Tickle Me Elmos? That's crazy. That is crazy. You see the new OG Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie Donatello figure? Is you talking about this one? Is you talking about these? Hold on. Because they be having them over in Walmart in the nostalgia area. Let me see. Let's see. I bet you it's probably it right here.
Right now, Mondo just put up official images of what might be the greatest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ever made. And you better believe this Donatello comes with more accessories than you're ever going to know what to do with. The figure is 1/6 scale and comes in at about 10 inches tall. And Mondo just dropped a ton of incredible photos to tempt you to buy this thing. Of course, it comes with intense, gritty battle faces, but they're also not afraid to make him look goofy. Thanks to the interchangeable eyeballs, that's gotta be a first. Of course, the overall design is amazing. I mean, check out the detail on that shell and bow, but some of these accessories are just next level as well. You get this flashlight-eyed mouser who's perfect for helping out with projects. And did I say they come with a friend? Yeah, a remote control friend. And speaking of remote controls, check out this part calculator, part power glove, which goes perfect with all of the other teched-out goodies that this box comes with. But even with all that, the thing that caught my eye the most was probably this classic 90s teal and purple fanny pack. This is going to be open for pre-order from Mondo's website for 10 days starting on November 18th, and you've got to brace yourself because it's not going to come cheap. But hey,
Price tag was coming. Now, honestly, this is way out of my jurisdiction of fandom. I wouldn't purchase this, even if they had a Raphael version. If somebody bought it for me, I would take it. But me personally, I wouldn't get it. But this is crazy because now the toy market is for adults. Like that's who they selling toys to now. Like kids don't give a damn about no damn toys. Me and my son was talking about this the other day. But this is crazy. And it's just like that Megatron. I'm probably gonna never buy that. Robinson, Megatron. I'm probably never going to get this. I just don't. I don't think I'm gonna buy
Hello,
this.
Transformers fan.
It's
New laws
dope.
when it comes to realistic looking.
It's dope, but
Moment of. Holy crap.
and they do hella other stuff too. They do other stuff if you put it by the whatchamacallit, but see, I don't. Even for 1,200. It started off at 15. Now you can get one for about 1,200, and probably starting next year, you probably get one for about 900 used. But I got a hard line for a toy. The most I'll pay is probably 150, probably, and really it's 125. My wife bought my most expensive stuff because she know I won't. It's certain shit I won't buy. Like she bought my MP Megatron. And even the knockoff at that time was still like 100 something when she bought it. And now I think you can get them like 75 or whatever, but can't do it. I collect stuff. I want, not stuff. Wait, I collect stuff I want, not stuff I want to say. Exactly. I open all my shit. Like I said, this is the only one I ain't open. That's just because my mind's just so. Everything else, I want to play with it. I want to be open. Open a flip is crazy. I get it, but it's not fun to me. Like, the hell? If I want to do that, I open up a business. Like, the hell? This is a waste. Yeah, that Teddy Ruxpin. Teddy Ruxpin was dope as hell though. Teddy Ruxpin really feel like Teddy Ruxpin was the AI of his time. Like Teddy Ruxpin, it was like, oh my gosh, you have a full blown robot in your house that can cook for you. Is how a child at the time looked at Teddy Ruxpin. It was just so crazy. You put the tape in the back, and that it tell you the story. It was crazy. A tickle me elbow. I don't care about them damn cups. Oh, okay then. I feel you on that. Yeah. It's $20 at Smith's Toys. I was just thinking about Teddy Ruxpin. I wanted one so bad, but I did get a cricket doll. What's a cricket doll? Let me see. What's a cricket doll? Cricket. Let's see. Oh, okay. All right, now I ain't gonna front this. They're looking right here. I don't know if I would be able to allow that into the home. I'd be like, yo, you know what? I don't think I'll be able to have this around.
Hi guys.
This is
so
Black
today
Bar
I am
in a
gonna be
damn
talking about this cricket
screen.
doll. So she has
Hey, that's that little boy from Curb Your
hit
Enthusiasm.
the play button.
Real silly, and no one else will know. I can dream, I can sing, I can talk to my doll. Yes, I can do most anything at all. Yes, wouldn't
Yeah, this one touching Teddy Ruxpin. Like, this just wasn't. I mean, it do the same thing, but Teddy Ruxpin was just some whole other stuff. Like,
the sheet, I can be a ballerina.
that's just not go. That's just not the same, unfortunately. It is, but at the same time, it ain't. Which is what is crazy, because I know a lot of parents didn't understand. They would get you the toy that was closest to it, and not understand why you would be like, get the hell out of my face. You know what I'm saying? Teddy Ruxpin. Yeah, this original one.
Four batteries not included.
Hi, my name is Teddy Ruxpin. Can you and I be friends? I really... Everybody out! Then, one day, we found an old treasure map.
Teddy Ruxpin comes with illustrated book
Right
and
now, that was like a real person. The Teddy Ruxpin. Dirty bastards couldn't even put the 4 batteries in it, though. Dirty wenches. And Teddy Ruxpin had on a bulletproof vest, because he knew the 90s was coming around. And, you know, the folks was getting shot for starter jackets and Jordans. So they had to put that vest on Teddy Ruxpin. But, yeah, you know, yeah, it is what it is. What's this right here? Let's see. Dubai
Men
Fly.
promising them a better life, a job.
Dubai fly out, scandal exposed. Women risk everything for money in the Birkin. Investigators uncover shocking hidden industry targeting young women to fly to Dubai. There ain't no damn shocking underground. See, that's what I want to do. I want to get all of the TikToks already prepared and stuff, already ready and stuff, so we could do them. Yeah, we gonna do that type of stuff one day. Shocking underground. Everybody know they was going over there getting doo-doo to PPE on. Getting R. Kelly over in the Dubai for a few bands. Maybe 10, 5, 6, 7. Flight not included. Crazy. And it's also crazy because with them doing it so much, I would imagine it's got to be boring to just continue to shit on people. Like, my thought process would be, it'd be fun, like maybe the first 3 people, you know. If I was, you know, a Saudi prince or something, and be like, you know what, man, I wonder how much I get somebody, how much money I take to just get the shit on them, how much they go. And after the first 2-3 people, I think I would be disgusted. I'm like, wow, I paid these 3 people $400 and they let me shit on them. We are living in a messed up world. I don't even want to be online no more. No, I don't want to know. Close my Instagram. I thought they was not going to take it. $600 is very cheap, too. It continuously is paying. They got a pipeline of from broke to getting shit on. Vast pipeline. People just in line to get peed on and shit on. Some of our favorites too. That's what's really crazy. Some of our favorite celebrities. Now they might get some M's, but it could be some poo involved. I believe. That's why I ain't say no names. Since I now learned the true definition of defamation. I ain't gonna put no damn names out there, but some of our faves. One of our probably 3 of our faves getting pissed on right now to pay their mortgage. Damn shame. Let's see. I want one. I'm not even collected for that Donatello. It was crazy. That was, yeah. You seen that 250? That 250 knock you back to reality and stuff. It knock you back to reality. The 4-pack of these hoes was 50. That whole little playset thing back there. Let me see. Can y'all see it? Cause I ain't taking it down. But that was 50. In order for me to pay a bunch of money, it gotta come with a bunch of characters and stuff. It's gotta come with a bunch of characters. It don't come with a bunch of characters. I don't want it. That came with the whole little playset, Michelangelo, Shredder, Splinter, a better Shredder, and all the 4 turtles. Then that little background display, and that was fit. And even then, I was looking at it, I was like, I don't want to pay no 50, but I did. I did just because it was a better Shredder. Because the original Shredder. This the original Shredder. The original Shredder is a piece of shit. Okay? Piece of shit. This the new one that came in that pack. So this the piece of shit original Shredder and then the new one. And so I was like, yo, I gotta get it just for this Shredder right here. That's what really did it. And the whatchamacallit. Because this Shredder, he can't even stand up. He all bow-legged and stuff. To this day, I don't understand why they made that Shredder like that. Let's see. That price ain't that bad for what it is, because a Hot Toys figure would be double. They do be taxing. They do be taxing. Those Robertson Transformers can be programmed to fight each other worth every penny. I done watched the Grimlock with the Megatron, with the Optimus Prime. I done watched them. It just don't do nothing for me internally. Like, it just don't spark for me. Like, I don't really be impressed. I think I'd be impressed with, like, I know me though. This is just for me. I'd be like interested for probably about 20 to 30 minutes. And then after a while, I'll be like, I paid $100 for this. Even if I was a millionaire, I'd be like, because I know I ain't gonna touch it. I'm not gonna really mess with it no more. I'm not. And it don't turn to a gun. If that Megatron transform to a gun and allow me to shoot unmarked bullets, then I'll be there. But a tank that don't shoot nothing for the 1,500? Nah, I need to be able to take life off of Earth for the 1,500. I'm sorry. It's just not enough. But I get it though. I get it though. Just as scary and uncanny as AI. Yeah, that you talking about that cricket dog? I don't like that. I couldn't have that in my home. That cricket dog just unlocked a childhood nightmare. But see, my buddy didn't move and stuff. Like, my buddy wasn't that scared. My buddy didn't get scared till Chucky came out. But before then, it was just like, and it was a theme song too. That My Buddy theme song was so gangster. Hold on. And then they put that remix in it. Hold on, My Buddy. That commercial. I ain't never want no My Buddy. Even when they came out with the black one, I ain't want no goddamn My Buddy. But I did enjoy that theme song to the maximum. Let's check this out. Cause it did make you want it though.
My
Cause it's
buddy,
like
my buddy, my buddy, my buddy. Wherever I go, he goes. My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy. I'll teach him everything that I know. My buddy and me, like the climb up a tree. My buddy and me, we're the best friends could be. My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy and me.
Yeah, see that's like this had to be from what year was that? They turned off the damn comments for this, but yeah, this like early 80s, like early when you would still go outside. But this wasn't scary though. Like this, My Buddy didn't look like he wasn't gonna do nothing to like that cricket dog. Her mouth was moving, she looking back and forth. And it just looked like she was on a murderous spree. This original My Buddy is like, yo, it's just My Buddy was just basically a Cabbage Patch doll you could get for your son. It's basically what My Buddy was in retrospect. All it needed was some adoption papers. Cause it just hit me. Cabbage Patch Dolls was basically adoption propaganda to force people to want to adopt children and stuff. And that's really what it was. Cause it was a big deal. You got adoption papers in there, you signed them, and it taught a generation of children. I don't want to have no kids on my own. Are you crazy? I'm adopting, bitch. I'm adopting my child. You get the hell out of here. And that's what I really feel like. I'm not sure what the propaganda for My Buddy was yet, but that's the hell was whatchamacallit was for sure. Why children need to know about adoption? Why? Unless they was trying to push something. Did the pound puppies come with some paperwork too? I believe the pound puppies came with some paperwork too. Let's see. Hold up. Pound puppies commercial. I had a pound puppy alarm clock growing up. Let's see. I think pound puppies came with some damn paperwork too. Let's see.
Those lonely pound puppies really need to be rescued. Pound puppy, I'm so glad to find you. Put that lonely puppy down behind you. You need a name. I'll call you Freckles.
Lots of pound puppies need your love.
Oscar, meet Petey.
And when they're this lonely and this lovable, one more is always welcome.
Come sharing all our cuddling, caring puppy love.
Pound puppies. Each sold separately.
That's why our generation is full of Captain Save-ems and shit. This is why our generation is full of people with hero complex and Captain Save, because this is what the hell we was promoting. Talking about get the dogs because they so lonely. The hell? Did y'all hear the verbiage of this? Listen to how they emotionally blackmail these children into getting these dogs.
Only pound puppies really need to be rescued. Pound puppy,
You ain't rescuing a damn thing.
I'm so glad to find you. Put that lonely puppy down behind you.
Put that lonely puppy damn pound behind you.
Your name. I'll call you Freckles.
Lots of pound puppies need your love.
Oscar, meet Petey.
And when they're this lonely and this lovable, one more is always welcome.
Come sharing all.
This lonely and this lovable. That was emotional manipulation on children. Mom, the puppies are lonely. They need us. You know it's this goddamn filth and some stuffing, right? That's not no damn real dog. You know what? You on punishment. That's right. You can't eat for 3 days because you are tripping. That's how parents really should have been back then. We used to spoil. I believe we are the spoilers generation. I really do believe that. Because that was... Whew, damn pound puppies. Let me see what came with pound puppies. What came with pound puppy toys? Going back and looking at this, Yeah, they came with an adoption certificate as well. And a name tag and a sticker sheet. Adoption certificate. And look at this. This from Reddit. It says pound puppies from the 80s promoted the pet nutter culture. You have to be over the age of 40 to remember these animals, but you would save and adopt from the pound. I had one. What the hell is a pet nutter culture? What is that? Because I agree. Pet nutter culture is a derogatory term for excessive and extreme devotion to pets where individuals are perceived or placed at. This person is 100% correct. Pound puppies, now I'm thinking about it, it's one of the reasons. Oh my gosh, and they not playing. Because back in the 80s, we was the latchkey children. The toys were given to us to make up for our parents being at work trying to make money to, feed us. So a lot of people grew up like, oh, my pound puppies, they never leave me. They're always here with me. Dogs are better than humans. Oh, that's what the fuck. But I don't think the toy companies was really pushing it for that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just children picked up on that whole situation. Because before then, from what I remember in the 70s and stuff, you kick your dog in the face and put their face in dog poo, and that's how you trained it and stuff. After the 80s and stuff, now that was called abuse. I'm not an animal person at all. I'm just going by what I heard older people saying versus people of my generation and then my brothers and sisters who love dogs and take care of them and treat them like they real people and stuff. My daddy was not a part of that culture. He didn't abuse the dogs, but he wasn't. My brother's dog house. I am not bullshitting y'all. The house my brother's dog used to live in, he still got out there. Promise I'm not playing with y'all. His house was big as a studio apartment in LA, like the living room part of a studio apartment in LA. That's how big. It's outside. It's got a door. If I wouldn't go dox my brother, I would show you the house. It was huge and it had an air conditioner in it. I'm not bullshitting y'all. A window unit. That shit was crazy. He still got it. And I think his heart broke from the last dog dying. So he won't get another one because it's just too much for his heart because he was hurt. He was hurt when his last dog died. That shit crazy. I think all my wife and her little cat, Oliver. This is what Oliver looked like. Let's see. This is a real... My daughter got me one of these because it came with the Funko Pop version of me, and I tell my wife all the time. We be going to couples therapy and stuff, just to do routine maintenance on a relationship because that's what she should do. And I was telling our therapist woman, I was like, yeah, my wife, she a slave owner. She was like, what you mean? She's like, she had a cat and that cat scared to go outside because she done programmed it to be afraid of its natural habitat. And the therapist go start laughing. She was like, so you think I'm like that because I'm a dog owner and that's how my dogs are? I was like, yeah, you and her need to really, y'all need to, you need a therapist, and you and my wife need to go to a whole separate therapist for y'all's because y'all have control issues. And to want to just tell an animal where they go live and how they go live and feed them when they got a whole earth that's theirs, both of y'all need help. And they thought that shit was funny. I'm dead serious. We're pet lover. No, you are a oppressor of life. That life got its whole own ecosystem. You done stole that ecosystem. Just like my brother, that damn dog didn't need no damn AC. Then what's gonna happen when the zombie apocalypse comes? They ain't gonna be able to survive. They used to getting fed from machines. They go off at 2:30 in the afternoon with a light that shined at this. I would liberate the animals, but I be having to go to work. Let me see what y'all talking about. I kind of got upset now. Let's see. OMG, that happened to me one Christmas. I was pissed because my mom got me a real Game Genie when I asked for the Pro Action Replay because I ain't want the cheats. I want to rip the games. Ain't nothing worse than when they get just close enough. But that's our generation. I think we the only generation, maybe a little bit of Gen Z might be about that. But our generation, I think we the spoilers of the brats of all, because we see some shit. Because we dunk on Drake and shit. But for him and his bagel cheese catastrophe. But I ain't told y'all. That's one part that I was messed up like that as well. And wasn't nothing worse than he'd be like, look, I shouldn't have to explain this to you, Mom, okay? This is the bad guy in the EXO squad, okay? This is him. It's the green dude, okay? This is who I asked for. You got me, the white man, the good guy, EXO squad. Do you see the difference in the logo here? This got wings. Boy, that's the same damn toy. You better get the hell out of my face before I take that shit back. I was just saying, Mama. I was just saying it's just a difference. I'm not trying to cause no beef, Mama. But yeah, on the heart inside, you be disappointed. You messed up the whole play situation that you had planned in your head. Now I gotta fit this white man toy in my whole alien race playset situation I had going on. And that's how I know it's for, because my mama's mom would have slapped the shit out of her coming to her on some shit like that. I shouldn't even had the damn thought process to be upset about the difference, pointing out the damn difference. That's the same damn shit. You don't get the hell out of my face. Like, okay, fine, Mom. I'm just saying. That's why I shouldn't get your ass shit, because you ain't grateful. Mama, I am. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to show you the difference, Mama. Shout out to my mama, man. I should be dead. I should really be dead. Rainy feathers, I was half asleep. I thought the Ruskman was a Care Bear. Care Bears was dope. And they had a dope ass theme song too. Do the Care Bear countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Care Bears was dope. They had the logo on it. Care Bears was really like, I think that's where rappers really got wearing logo chains, because the Care Bears had their logo on their stomach. Like, it should have been, if it had been a Death Row Care Bear, it would have had the Death Row symbol on their stomach. If it had been, Care Bears was really dope. Care Bears, they really was dope. This stuff, I truly believe this is where we as a culture
Care Bears countdown.
wearing the
4,
logo.
3, 2, 1. Who's that coming from somewhere up in the sky? Moving fast and bright as a firefly.
Look at that, that's so gangster. Even just looking at it in the past, it's still some gangster shit.
Just when you think the trouble's gonna pounce, who's gonna be there when it really counts to that care?
See, you would have had a Death Row Care Bear, the No Limit Care Bear, Cash Money Care Bear. That's all they missing is the chain. You going to the gym? Where you going? There it is, Sunday. It's Sunday. Love you. Oh, okay. Don't you hate when you think it was Sunday? I mean, it's Saturday and you find out it's Sunday. I'm very disappointed. I kind of want to go cry somewhere right now, because I really thought it was Saturday. I was having fun looking at the Care Bears. Now it's Sunday. I gotta go to work tomorrow, just so they can wait till next year. Be like, look, guys, we don't need you guys anymore. You get the fuck out of here. So I'm stressing about some shit that I ain't gonna have to stress about, but I need to be able to have so I can maintain my lifestyle. Anyway, we gonna stick to the positive side, my bad. But yeah, these one nothing but That's where I think we got all this from. Care Bears was dope. They had an elephant. It wasn't even just bears. They had an elephant, had a lion. I'm not sure. Y'all let me know, but I think they had a limited edition platypus. Y'all let me know if it was a care platypus. I might be mistaken. My brother used to collect G.I. Joes, and he def played with them. Hell yeah. I got G.I. Joes too. Let me see. These ain't mine. These my son's. He go ask for these damn G.I. Joes. And I bought him like a 20 pack of G.I. Joes. He ain't never played with these hoes. I was like, cause I had some G.I. Joes when I was growing up too, but they was just too tiny and stuff. And they too limber. I was like, yo, these. I'm not sure what they trying to infer with the limbriality of these G.I. Joes, but I didn't like these figures growing up at all. I had a few still. I had the black dude. I still got them up there somewhere. But yeah, the G.I. Joes is I keep them around though, cause it's just can't throw away no good G.I. Joes like that. My oldest brother took the day off from school to make sure mom brought the right console. You had to. Just imagine you want to play Super Mario. Your mama come back and she got the goddamn ColecoVision. And you look, well, I can't play no Super Mario with this. Come back with an Atari 7800. Like, mama, what are you doing? Like this? Do you see this? Do this look like a gamepad to you? Do you see A or B on here? This is a joystick and one red. Well, what's the difference? The difference is this is not a directional pad. Super Mario ain't come. What are you talking about? I think we need to go to CPS, mom, because you are acting irrational right now. I'm trying to get this damn NES in this hoe. I met a rep from Robeson. They keep adding features. It's crazy. The Buzz Lightyear is wild. Now, I ain't gonna front. That Buzz Lightyear is crazy. The Buzz Lightyear is crazy. I guess with the Transformer, I don't know. I just don't. I'm just so used to my imaginations. But my son had the Buzz Lightyear that did, like, not no Robeson stuff, but did all the talking, eyes would move and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. His arms wouldn't move, but he could talk and da, da, da. So, yeah, that Buzz Lightyear, it was off the chain. I definitely am pro the Buzz Lightyear for sure. I am on that. I don't know what it is about the Megatron. I want to be excited. I'm just not. Literally a garbage patch doll for boys. That's all it was. That's basically all it was. It really was. I love my cricket doll. Y'all in here shitting on this lovely person's memories and stuff. Just because they had a psychotic in the face looking doll that none of us would really want to be in our home or would actually within our neighborhood without a licensed exorcist on the scene. Shame on y'all. Shame on y'all. You are welcome here with your cricket doll. April, don't listen to these other people and myself because we fear for our souls being taken in our sleep. Don't listen to us at all. I got a Garbage Pail Kids and a Cabbage Patch Kids mixed up. Garbage Pail Kids cars. Did they make dolls? I remember they had the cards. Let's see. And they had that crazy ass movie that they did that Cosby Show episode about. And Cliff was like, I don't want you watching this garbage in here. Dude was slipping folks Mickeys, but tripping on a car on the car where they were fired. The hell is wrong with you? And Rudy watched it any damn way. I remember that episode. Rudy was like, fuck my dad. I'm gonna watch this damn. I'll watch whatever I want to. Downstairs is mine. Y'all stay up here in y'all damn bedroom as big as a 2-bedroom apartment anywhere else. Let's see. Garbage Pail Kids dolls. Let's see. So these was dog. No, that's Cabbage Pail. Y'all ever watch this channel, Secret Galaxy? They be talking about the origins and stuff. I watched all their videos.
1987.
Yeah, they came out with the movie. This movie was strange too. I ain't watched this movie actually, and I ain't want to see it. I sure didn't. Then they had this dumbass cartoon. Where the damn cars at? That's what I want to see. Yeah, I remember growing up. Them cars, folks. These cars was hot. These cars was hot. They was crazy too. Cars was crazy. But that was fun though. The cars was fun. The glowworm, I remember. I think I had a glowworm too. Glowworms was nice and just I don't know. They just felt very. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Just it was something. What's the word? Wholesome about glowworms. Like they was just these one of the few toys where I think they was made just actually to help children in some kind of way. I don't even want to know if it was nothing nefarious about the glowworms. I never want to know if glowworms was really some old pedophile saying, "Oh, I'm gonna make a shape of my sperm and make it glow and put it in children's hands so I can always see some nasty shit all walk around the world." I don't never want to know if that's really what happened. And that was really the birth of the glowworms, because now I'm looking at it. I'm trying to think that's probably what the origins of glowworms was, because who the hell want to have a goddamn worm in their house? That is gross. Worms are disgusting. And I think I done ruined it. They had a glow turtle. I didn't know they had glow animals. I would have took a glow turtle if I had knew they existed. But yeah, man, y'all don't think about what I said. Glowworms was wholesome. It was wholesome, you guys. We go keep it that way. They weren't trying to blackmail kids to get adoptive kids. They was trying to normalize the activities of people like Woody. Can't argue with you. It's the 80s. It's the 80s. We've hit a nerd of mine in Supers. We don't believe in pets. Ain't no such thing. It's either you believe in animals being free in life or you don't. It's either you are a slave owner or you are a person who wants the pets to be free. It's one of the three. It probably is a third. You think cats and dogs are delicious with soy sauce, and that's a third option. I don't know if I done ever ate dog or cat before. I've eaten at a lot of places where I may have, and if that's the case, dog and cat may be very delicious with orange sauce. I can't verify that. I do tell you this though, I'm not in that first group of slave ownerage of an animal. I tell you that damn much. I can guarantee you that one. I ain't got no send that shit to Super Rig, said that shit.com button over here, but y'all thought about it before. Yes, I do think like that. I do think you're like that therapist. They are masters. All the pet owners are masters. Shame. I like the animals too. They should be free. I remember watching damn Price is Right when damn Barker talking about your pet should be spayed or neutered. I was like, you are dirty. Why do you want to not manipulate, but mutilate these animals like this, sir? At the end of every message. And I'm dead serious, even as a youth. I remember I asked my mom, I was like, what's spayed and neutered mean? It was like, oh, this make it to where they can't have kids and stuff. I was like, what? For what? Why? Why would you do that? Dirty broads. Yeah, that Exo Squad was popping. I ain't gonna front. I love my Exo Squad toys. But y'all don't remember Exo Squad. Exo Squad was gangster and motherfucker. And Exo Squad was basically about race in slavery and AI on some real stuff. Cause the whole alien race of the Exo Squad was a slave race built by humans that realized one day, was like, hold on, we stronger than these motherfuckers. We want free. We want the free. And then they went and started doing their own thing and rebelled, and boom, that's what it was. And yeah, I was team alien. Screw them damn humans. Go make a whole race for slavery. Go make a whole human. Now I did have his Exo Squad too though. My mama did give me that one. Then they had this damn coon over here. He was on the human side. This coon, dirty bitch, go turn on his whole people and stuff. Cause I know he wanted to smash little mama. They couldn't put that in the cartoon, but that's the only reason he was over here. Cause her and little mama had something going on, and then that's what the damn Exo Squad was about. Just go try to reinforce slavery via dope ass toys and want me to be the one to look at the good guys. This was our people, dirty bitches. I ain't supposed to be cussing on this channel too, but y'all know how I get. Y'all know how I get. Rita Vega said, I grew up with the Raggedy Ann and Andy and the white Barbie doll. I remember my friend had a Raggedy Ann and Andy, and all my friends, well, the girls that I grew up around, everybody had the white Barbie dolls and stuff, and they had, the program was very strong because the white Barbie was the original, so they would put the black Barbies to the side because they be like, yo, this ain't the Barbie though, and be like, hold on, this, because it really wasn't, but that was by design. Of course, they had to. You know what I'm saying? It was never like, hey, just from, I don't think until we got much older, it was just from a ground up black doll. And I still can't even remember that. But at least they did have black Cabbage Patch dolls and stuff. And I saw them, people wanted them. But them black bar, they went through it. I would see the black bar. I would go to my friend's house. They had sisters, and they would have a Malibu Dream House situation going, and Barbie at the top kicking, and then black Barbie doll be off in the damn corner up under a roller skate or something. I'd be like, God damn, it's a cold world off in this thing. It's a cold world. I think you actually right about the correlation between the Care Bears and the big chess pieces of rap history. The speaking spell was also important. That speaking spell was so gangster. Speaking spell was some gangster technology on some real stuff. It really was. This was a set in my house when I grew up, but it was my mom's. So, Poison Ivy, tell me why, I don't know what button I pressed, but it turned off the streaming. I had been talking to myself for about 30 minutes before I realized that it wasn't streaming no more. Like, the last thing that I saw, you said whelp. And I had to go on my phone, and I was like, hold on, I ain't been on. I talked about 4-5 different stories in 30 minutes before I realized. And that's why being able to run your mouth for long periods of times is a gift and a curse. Because I be in my own little world. I was like, oh. And I was wondering, I was like, why ain't nobody? I guess I'm talking about something don't nobody want to talk about, but hey, it is what it is. I'm just keep going. I guess I was wondering why y'all wasn't chatting no more. But, I was still here. You know me. Super, every Atari console has been modernized with HDMI and still available at the Atari site. Atari, even when I was a youth, let me see, it was 86, 87. So I was way past Atari's glory days because we all had NESs. But I remember playing Atari. I would go over my cousin's house. They had E.T. And I remember trying to play E.T. and you would go down and fall in the little hole, and then your neck would grow big, and then you go on top. And I watched a YouTube video that showed how you really played E.T. And E.T. actually was an open world game that really made sense kind of once you learn how to play it. Anyway, but I went over a friend's house and they would have the tank game and all the Atari Pac-Man was trash. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is technology. And looking at it right next to Nintendo, because I had the what was it called? Tele something. When I was younger, like 3 or 4, my aunt had bought us the Pong. Well, bought me the Pong thing where it's just 2 knobs on it. It was a silver and black box. And you would put on the back, it had them little hook things that you would screw into the back of your TV where the antenna went, and I was playing them. I ain't gonna front, I had damn near all the damn generations, because I had a ColecoVision too, but I was real young. I didn't really understand what I had, and I had a Donkey Kong with it and everything. I couldn't get that thing to work right. And then I went to my friend's house and my cousin's house. They had a 7600 Atari. I was like, oh my gosh, this is This is not fun, but it was, and I would sit and play that shit. But I had Nintendo at the house though. But yeah, they keep coming out with who buying these basic ass games too. What the hell you need an HDMI cable for? There wasn't no HD graphics. What the hell you need 60 frame FPS for that? You don't need no clarity. It is boxes, colored boxes. I had a Cricket and Tony Ruxpin. My parents got me everything, whether I asked or not. I was just telling them we was the spoiled generation. For you can't, I don't know if you saw that, but we are the spoilest of the because our parents came up with nothing. And then by the time the 80s came and they got decent jobs or had decent jobs, we was the most spoilest of the generations, in my opinion. I might be wrong, but I really feel like 80s babies are the spoilest of all. Because our parents are just getting us all that crap. Your parents very successful, illegally or illegally. Back then, on some real stuff, our parents was really just making up for either a childhood they didn't have or they might have been spoiled too. One of the two. Well, it was a mixture. Like one of the parents didn't have nothing, the other parent might have came from something or something like that. But from my recollection, we was the spoilest generation. Whether you had money or you ain't have money. All of us are spoiled. All my friends are spoiled. Whether our parents had money or not, we all had shit where I look back and be like, how the hell your mama avoided Game Gear and you wore the same pants to school every day? You was putting starch on dirty jeans. I remember that. Had a Game Gear just like me. Let's see. L. Bitty said my sister had none of those. My mom had her Raggedy Ann and Andy, her Grover, and a life-size stuffed tiger. Grover was gangster. I had when I was growing up, I had a Cookie Monster, which I cannot believe I lost because I wanted to keep that Cookie Monster forever. I had that for a long time. My aunt had bought it for me. I had a Cookie Monster, and I want to say I had a Oscar the Grouch, but I for sure had a Cookie Monster. I ain't had no Grover though, but them Sesame Street toys was the bum diggity. She got it because she was scared of the dark. What, the glowworm? Or we talking about something else? My Christmases had toys piled to the ceiling, probably with my cousins, dog, and still think I'm sort of diva. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, of course. Me and you had. I would have years where it was like that, and then I would have years where we had to get it donated in. It all depends. I remember one of my first Christmas memories was I woke up, my mama wouldn't let me sleep in my room. She made me sleep in the living room or something. I woke up, I went in my room, and it was all Mickey Mouse everything. Y'all remember them tents that you could put over the bed, and it would be like them white, the wire things? I gotta find these pictures. And I had this big ass Mickey Mouse toy chest, and it was full of toys and shit, and I had a little black and white TV, and this had to be like 84, 85 or something. I was like 4 or 5 years old. That was one of my Christmas. I remember a lot of Christmas I got everything. Then I remember a couple of Christmases. It was not that. But I think I had more of them Christmases than not though, actually. Just very blessed. Very blessed, because my mama and my daddy always had it. If my mama didn't. And she was mad at him, though, and didn't feel like ask for nothing. Might have to have one of them, donation Christmases. But that was far few between. And I hate Christmas. I hated Christmas back then, too. Believe it or not, I hated Christmas, because I hated waiting for toys. I had cousins that were Jehovah's Witnesses, and they would just get all the toys during the year. Like, I'm waiting for I would go visit them in the summer. They got goddamn Sega Saturn, and the day it came out, I go over to Super Nintendo, the day it came out. I'm like, what? And I despised Christmas because I knew it was a scam, because my Jehovah's Witness cousins got shit the day it came out. In my brain, for the longest, I thought half that stuff didn't come out till Christmas. I ain't really get it, so I'm probably 8 or 9 years old. I was like, hold up, this stuff already out. What you mean I gotta wait till Christmas? What? It's there in the store right now. But it was my Jehovah Witness friends. I was 8 or 9. It was my Jehovah Witness cousins though that really hit it home to me. Like, you know, you getting scammed, right? You do know you could have had that last year. You do know you're a year late. I was like, I am. Y'all don't do birthdays neither. Birthdays for what? I get it when it come out, bro. I'm waiting for a birthday. What the hell is wrong with you? They didn't say that, but that's how I interpreted it. Like, I would talk to myself in my mind at their house. I'd be like, you getting played like a motherfucker. I still have my old original Papa Smurf doll that I got from Christmas when I was a little girl. Yo, do I got anything that survived? Oh, yep. These toys survived my youth. Survived from the 80s. This is a Robotech robot. Look at this trash. Look, it do this. It jack off. Nasty bastards coming out with these toys. And they done came out with these. They done tried to reboot this one. A lot of people don't remember that. This is my original Apocalypse from 93. This is oh, no, it ain't. This one didn't make it. I bought this one again. My son messed it up. But this is my original Juggernaut from 93. And it still got its jack off power. Why did they make toys jack off like that back in the day? Look at this. This is a real life whack-a-thon. They call it punching power, but Drake motions right here. Dirty bitches. My dumb ass didn't hold on to any collectibles. I had a life-size Scooby-Doo. Used to ride with him and my brother's T-Top Trans Am. You was balling with the Trans Am. That's one thing I did not have. I ain't never get a Power Wheels. I had a big wheel. I didn't never get the Power Wheels though. Did not get the Power Wheels. What is this? Let's see. I miss your family mukbangs. Hey, what's the business? Christy, I don't remember. Them go be on the I might reopen them on the membership and stuff. But yeah, me and my daughter, for y'all that don't know, me and my daughter used to do mukbangs back in the day. Like 2022, we was eating crumble every Monday to the point to where my daughter still like crumble. I went not too long ago. It all tastes the same to me now. I can't even tell the difference. But thanks. I'm glad you was able to stop by. Let's see. Exo Squad was that shizzle. Let's see. I have read that I'm cooking legally successful. Thank God. Hey, I hope we can keep our legal successfulness through these next 4 years. Cause I don't know. My father did not like white Barbies or baby dolls. They got me a black Barbies, Cabbage Patch, and all 3 shades of the Kenya dolls when they came out. Kenya doll, that sound familiar. I don't know. I don't remember nobody had none, but I remember them. The old Atari games are HD 60 FPS, and they really was back then too. Like, it wasn't no. Now I'm thinking about it, but they dumb. I can't believe people be buying them things. In my opinion, I used to get teased so bad about them Kenya dolls. What the hell is a Kenya doll? Let me see what the damn Kenya doll is. I don't remember them. Let's see. Kenya dolls. Is these original ones? I want to see an original one. All right, here we go. Nice.
Making you look good. Kenya, my own Kenya. Making you look pretty makes me feel pretty too.
Meet new Kenya with hair so beautiful you can style it just like your own.
Wow, beautiful. Curly hair is straight. Magic lotion makes it straight. Braided, ooh, she looks like me. I love Kenya's hair. Making Kenya
my only caveat to this is she had to have a blowout. Like, why they have to give her a pressing go? Like, why she couldn't have natural hair? This was, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little mad a little bit, cause just a little bit, I'm upset. They did the Kenny Dolls kind of bad, because them eyeballs is giving just a smidge. I think they was trying to troll us, cause I'm not sure if it was a black company that started the Kenny Doll, or if it was a white company trying to get over on us. But them, it looked like, let's go over here. Let me see the Kenny Doll wiki. Let's see. Tycho, yeah, it was white, 100%. Let's see. I ain't mad at it though, but that hair text, they should have did better. They knew that they could have put some Velcro up there. I know, but if they had to use Velcro, then it would have been, why you using Velcro for the? It was like, but it's a little bit accurate. Like, we need perm for that, or you gotta be othered for that. Some people got that, but just saying. I don't remember this commercial though. I remember Just For Me though, the Just For Me commercial. JUSTFORME. Doom doom. Boom doom doom. I want shine but wait. What is it? I want bounce, body, and shine. A look that's totally all mine. Y'all remember that Just For Me video? Just for me. Just for me.
Style, body and shine. A look that's totally on mine. Hair so soft, silky and free. I want something just for me.
Hey, ain't them the girls from the Destiny? One of them was in Destiny Child.
Conditioning relaxer cream. Just for me. For combing and styling that's worry-free. JUSTFRME.
Oh my gosh. And guess what? Guess what, Poison Ivy? They worked together. The Just For Me people and Tycho worked together. They came out with this doll so that girls could be like, oh snap, my hair ain't like that. And then right after this commercial came on, boom, Just For Me. And boom, you get the same. We got the blowout for you, buddy. We got exactly what you need if you want your hair to look like this right here, buddy. Wow. 1-2 knockout. Let's see. I bet you Just For Me and Tycho got some type of business. What company made Just For Me? Let's see. Hair products. Strength of Nature Global. It was acquired by Godridge Consumer Products. That was 2016. Let's see who this was. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so we just see the sale. Let's see. Strength of Nature recently expanded its ethnic hair care holdings by acquiring Motions, Just For Me, and okay, this is the owner of Strength of Nature, Mario De La Guardia. I can't, it's too many Mario De La Guardias, so I'm not gonna be able to pick him out. He might be Cuban though. That might be him. No, that ain't him. Wait, he talking about this. Let me see. With great danger for cultural stereotypes, it's dangerous to make generalizations about humans given the idiosyncratic traits, habits, but not all stereotypes. Oh, okay. So his pops created Strength of Nature, Savannah's largest, most successful manufacturing company, 300. Okay, so they was Cuban, and then they connected with the blacks, which, cause I don't know if Cubans like Puerto Ricans, where they like it's black in them, like in their ancestry and stuff. I don't know. Let me see. Let's see. Let me see. Oh, okay. So there's a significant intro of black presence in Cuban history, beginning with Spanish colonizers who brought Africans to work as slaves on the sugar plantation. This history includes centuries of slavery, ended resistance led by black Cubans. All right, then, cool. Then I guess technically, shout out to your pops for hook you up with the goddamn having you a part of the Just For Me pipeline. Shout out to him, man, because, yeah, man. Y'all know me. I be wanting to know the history and stuff. I can't just be riding without knowing. I know Exoskeleton. I mean, Exo Squad, all of them. That's why I ain't look it up. But I ain't know this one right here. I was spoiled, but not a spoiled brat. There's a difference. My father and mother always explained that they works hard to get, that it might come a time I didn't get everything that I wanted, and that was okay. I was a brat. I'm gonna be honest. I was a brat. Because I might not showed it on the outside. I knew to shut the hell up. But on the inside, I would be very upset if shit didn't go my way. Then once I got from up under my parents, I was able to outwardly display when I was pissed off when stuff didn't go my way. So I cannot say I wasn't a brat. I was definitely a brat. I just knew how to conceal it. We gotta be honest. I'm still a brat now. I'll be honest with you. Kenya dolls were pretty though. They had kente cloth outfits and everything. Well, they ain't put them in that damn commercial. They must have saved them for later. I was like, I'm gonna put those away for Kwanzaa. I remember they showed this. I was in elementary. I'll never forget. We was in the library, and you remember they used to bring out them. Push. It was like it wasn't a VCR, and it wasn't the big reels. It was like them little microfilm things, and they would put it in there, and then they would have it on a rolling cart, and it would project on the projector. And I'll never forget this. Like my mama was volunteering at the school at that time too. I got in trouble, but we was watching this special about Kwanzaa, and they was teaching us about this. I remember this like the day yesterday. It was 1993. I'll never forget. And I was sitting on one side, and me and my homeboy Lucius was sitting next to each other. That was his real name, Lucius Jackson. I'll never forget Lucius. And they played that damn Kwanzaa video, and it was cool till they started singing that song. And it would be an old dude that would sing like the days, and then the kids would follow with the days. And I don't know why they tickled me, but I was already tickled. And then I looked over at Lucius, and Lucius was tickled. So now we both laughing, and it's quiet as hell in there. So all you hear is us snickering. And y'all, I don't know about y'all, but whenever we used to get in trouble, it would make it even more funny. So the teacher, and it made it just more funny. And it's like 12 or 52 days in Kwanzaa. So what made it funny was we didn't know. We didn't know how many days it was. So we would think it's going to be over, and then it would keep going. And so we would so they moved Lucius across the table, and that didn't work because it kept going. They didn't move him to like the 7th day of Kwanzaa. It was still like 42 days left. And I was talking about they finally kicked us out. We didn't even make it to the end of the days of Kwanzaa. And my mama, she was a volunteer librarian in my school, and I got a behavior document. She's like, why you in there laughing at Kwanzaa, boy? I was like, Mama, I'm not laughing at Kwanzaa. You had to hear the song. Mama, you had to hear the song. And it was very long. Mama, did you know it's 32 days in Kwanzaa? Boy, stop making fun of this. I was like, I'm not making fun. And Lucius was there. Well, you need to be careful who you hang around with. I was like, Mama, you had to hear the song. Any damn way. I forgot how I got on that story. I think because they was wearing Kuta Klaus in the damn video for the Kwanzaa stuff, but I ain't go front. That was the most worthwhile behavior document. I would never go back and change that day. That's in my top 5 hardest I done ever laughed in my life. And it wasn't at the holiday. It was just all of this stuff I told y'all they put together. Half of the stuff that be funny don't never be the actual thing. It be the circumstances around it. It's just they just kept coming with a new song for a new day. That shit was crazy. That's to this day, my kids won't get in trouble for laughing. If they teacher called me and they was like, yeah, they was laughing, and I was like, who fucking control that? The funny is funny. They was laughing at so-and-so. Then the kids come home, they tell me the story, especially if they tell me the story and the story funny. I was like, yeah, that was funny. Yeah, that teacher be all right. They was a duck in school. That's all. Cause funny, like, as long as it's funny, I don't care. Let's see. Crumble and they medium rare sugar cookie balls that they call cookies. Crumble was fire when it first came. I can never deny that. It's too much video. Cause Crumble started sending us shit. Like Crumble would hit us up on social media and stuff. And I can't never, but we literally had 100 and I did the math. We had 120 plus of their flavors. Like we had all the Crumble flavors. And after a while, and it depended on which Crumble you went to. It also depends on, because some Crumbles at that time was under baking their cookies for real. Some of the recipes, that's just how the recipe was. I can't deny that. A lot of their cookies was made with cake mix. A lot of the cookies was made with hella shortcuts as well, but some was made from scratch. I don't know. The first year that we did it, it was fun. That second year was very hard. And then one day, we went to Crumble, and my daughter just looked at me. She's like, Dad, I don't want to eat this. I was like, yeah, I don't want to eat it no more neither. And I tried to carry it on by myself, but I just didn't give a damn no more. Let me see. Do I got any Crumble videos on here? Let me see. Do I got any old ones? Oh, this an old episode right here. This was me, my son, and my daughter was on here. I don't know if y'all gonna be this like an outtake. I don't think this was like a whole episode. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to hear it. Yeah, y'all ain't gonna be able to hear it because how it worked. But yeah, this is back when we used to do our Crumble reviews right here. We used to chop them up with the rusty dusty cookie cutter. And this what this whole channel was when we first started. Just eating Crumble and stuff. Days are over. They all grown now. Damn, the kids was babies back. Nah, that was around when they had kind of got a little bit older. But yeah, we ate all the Crumble cookies. Let me see if I still got some old episodes on here, because now you ain't got me wondering if I can find them. Let's see. Because we did a bunch of food reviews on her. Let's see. And me and my wife was on here. Then we was doing ice cream reviews. We doing a lot of different reviews and stuff. Sure did. I forgot all about that. Yeah. Here, another one. And this was my favorite Crumble cookies. And this was 2022. And this was me and her friend. For the final cookie of the lineup, I get it. Is the Chips Ahoy, aka Blue Monster.
Oh my god, the residue!
I mean, cookie in the front. That Chips Ahoy Blue Monster was.
It's not even residue on here.
It was super far. And it's like 300-400 videos of us eating Crumble cookies. And you can see the transition of my office growing over the years and stuff. And my daughter too, because how old was she when we started that? I forgot how old she was. She was a little young buck. It was 2021, I think it was. Then me and my son would do pizza reviews. Toronto pizza.
How's it going? Fine, how are you? I'm doing pretty great, thanks for asking. And welcome to another episode
And ain't still hot.
Red Baron.
Fresh out the oven.
How come we do Red Baron?
Yeah, that piece was good too. Damn. I've been on YouTube a long ass time. That shit wild. Let's get back over here. Let's see. I eventually got used to it. My son is Kenya Jr. That Kenya dog commercial followed my entire childhood. I never seen that commercial. It must have had to come on while Soul Train was on. I've been to Cuba. There are black Cubans. There's definitely dark as fuck Cubans. Cubans, as far as I know, all count themselves as Afro-Latin. Haven't met any that haven't. What about them Trump supporters in Florida? I live in the boat full of Donald Trump. Let's see. I went to Matanzas where the ships of Africa arrived. Oh, that's dope. That's super dope. I was pissed that Christmas, cause I knew we were poor and I hated her spending double for that thing. I did not want. Damn, that make it even worse too. That make it worse. Poison, wow, you should do a video about that experience. You really should though. That's very interesting. On some real shit. Thank you so much. Thank you. They my genes took over, so luckily my daughter's mama, she only got her upper lip, and my son got his mama hair texture. Other than that, 100% super these parts. Yeah, I ain't been to Florida except an hour layover on my way to Bahamas. I lived in Florida about 1.5 years, 2 years. I love Florida, to be honest with you. But I learned a lot. I learned a lot about Puerto Ricans. I learned a lot about Dominicans. I didn't run into no Cubans down there from my recollection. And I learned a lot about Haitians. That was the 3 groups I was around when I lived in Florida for sure. That would talk was when we talked about nationality or something like that. But cause I went in Miami, I was in Orlando, so that's probably why. That is probably why. But yeah, how long I been on this for 2.5 hours? Hell to the what time is it? Man, I wanted some pancakes real early today from the old pancake house, but I ain't want it. Anyway, y'all, yeah, so shout out to anybody that's been here through the whole time. Even when the sound wasn't working on a whole bunch of stuff, y'all know me. I'm steadily trying to get everything in order and get how I want to do this. I keep telling myself in my brain that once I get fired or the layoffs happen, I'm gonna get the channel in tip top in the shape that I want to do and do everything. So I don't know. I asked ChatGPT about it. I'm gonna go talk to my therapist too and be like, why do I have this roadblock in doing the channel the way I want to? Same thing with the struggle too. That's why I stopped chopping up videos, because I'm like, you know what? I'm just wait till they lay me off and stuff. And but I need to go on and start now so I can be in preparation for the layoff. Is what I should do. Y'all let me know if I should put them. I might put all them old Crumble videos in the $2.99 membership though. If y'all want to see them videos, me and the kids and stuff, because we did a whole bunch of different type of stuff. I might put that in $2.99. I took that off so the algorithm wouldn't mess up this channel. Because if you got whatever you got public is what is gonna show the audience. We used to do. I think I'm gonna just move these over to the
fast food history with the double whopper with cheese, and put what you love about their fries. But most people like McDonald's fries because they've been brainwashed.
This is back when I was 20 pounds.
But you can't really taste the bacon to me, so.
The 7 herbs and spices.
That was good too. That was a double down chicken sandwich. It wasn't as disgusting as I thought it was. I wouldn't get it. The black Cubans I met in Cuba were very happy to tell me they were black and give me a history lesson, unlike the black people in the DR. Wow, that's deep, man. That is deep. All of the... When I was in Florida, I got put on game by Puerto Ricans. And cause the first Puerto Rican, what's her name? I can't remember. She was super dope. I didn't know. I was from Arkansas, and I barely knew what the hell. I thought Mexican, Dominican, all that shit was the same. Like, we really thought like that when I was growing up. And moved to Florida, and there's this Puerto Rican chick, and I met her. And I forgot how we got on race. She was like, what? We black. It was because one of them said nigga. And I was like, hold up. You got to watch back on it. She was like, yo, my ancestors, she told me the whole ancestry of Puerto Ricans. And then her immediate family before then, because she had straight hair, very fair skinned and stuff. But she broke it all down. I was like, oh, okay then. All right. I was like, so y'all ain't the same as Mexican. And she went in very big detail the difference, and I'm talking about the whole difference between when Spain split off and did all the stuff and went to the islands. I'm talking about she gave me the whole history. I was like, oh, okay, well. Then I met the Dominicans I met was black. They looked black, but they looked mixed. I ain't know this, but they mom was fair skinned and they was dark skinned, but they really weren't dark. They was like my daughter's complexion or whatever. And they broke down the whole lineage from they stuff. But they ain't never bring up Cubans and stuff, so I ain't know about them. And all I knew about Cubans was Castro and stuff. I ain't never go into the history, but they had broke everything down. I learned a lot staying out there too. And yeah, it was my experience in Florida was dope. I liked it. And Haitians was cool as hell too. I got some crazy Florida stories too. I did not know how hood Orlando was. So I moved there. I was like, oh my gosh. DJ Quick was not lying. Like when he said Little Rock is just like Compton. Orlando was just like Compton. Like everywhere was the hood. It was everywhere. I was like, wow. This is crazy. I'll tell one of them stories one day. Let's see. I only met one black guy in the DR who told me he was black, and it was because he was trying to talk to me, and I was ignoring him. He was like, sister, how you ignore? Hey, that's when, you want to, dudes will pull out all the stops when they trying to holler, or when we trying to holler, we be like, hold on. Whatever we think is gonna work at that time. We will pull out whether it's truth, be non-truths. Pull it out for sure. Yes, when I was in Puerto Rico, it was white passing man. They got pissed off when my friend said he was white. This man pulled out old pictures of his grandma. Yep, and talked about the more. Yes, you run to the right ones, they will tell you, like, they go school you and let you know what the business is and stuff, which is very good because everybody needs to know that type of stuff. Like, we all need to know. That's why they eradicating the Department of Education and getting rid of race and all the history and stuff because they don't want everybody to know the atrocities that created all of these other ethnicities and groups of people is all rooted in what's the word I'm looking for? Colonization. That's what they really want to erase all of that. And it is very important that we never let anyone forget. And I think everyone, especially when the genesis of their people come from become as a result of colonization, should always make sure that their lineage and history is known very well, so we can always pinpoint back to folks. They're pretty bad. This is back in the day for sure. All right, so people can know how to move accordingly. I like these conversations right here. It said passing or presenting. It's crazy how it get way deep. I watched this YouTube video that was talking about the difference between, or it wasn't necessarily the difference, but they was talking about how people get upset when they accused the passing or presenting, and then they went to talk about Sinners and the girl that played Smoke's girl in the movie, how she was really black, I think, in reality, and that's why she played that role. And then and I was watching it, I was like, thank God I'm dark skinned. I know there's a lot of nuance in that, and I like just being looked at and be like, no, he's black, because that's got to be tiring. I don't want to have to explain nothing to y'all. Only explanation I got to explain to people, they be like, what part of Africa you from? Little Rock, Arkansas, Africa is where I'm from. Southwest. That is the area of Africa that Little Rock. Oh, okay. That must be a tribal name, huh? I was like, get the fuck out of my face. How about that? All right, you guys. I'm about to go up out of here, man. Hey, that be some real stuff. All right, I'm gonna leave after this. It was this Mexican girl I used to talk to, and I thought she was lying about being Mexican. I just swore she was Mexican. It was more about her vocabulary, her diction, and her accent and stuff, until I met her mom's. And because she was like, I guess you would consider her white Mexican. She didn't look white, though. She looked mixed. Her mom's, though, was like super dark Mexican. Her pops was super dark Mexican. And her sister, and they all had the same parents, no cheating or nothing. Her sister was like more like her parents, and she was more like her aunts and uncles and stuff on the other side. But I always thought she was lying until I was like, man, genes and how that stuff works, genealogy and all this stuff is crazy. And then you mix it with people's with the area they grew up in, location, how they talk, and how they move and carry themselves and do certain stuff. I'm like, man, it's very hard to get. You can get confused about certain people and their nationality or ethnicity or nationality, which is all different. And then race is just a made up concept. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day, man. But yeah. I'm from Queens, Zamunda. I might watch that tonight. But yeah, y'all, thanks for joining me. I'm trying to find a format for this show. Y'all know me. I like to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. It's hard to just pinpoint down stuff, so I don't know. I'll probably be on here in the morning, just going through news stories and stuff. You be needing a thumbnail. I don't know. I get it figured out next year. But I'll probably be on here live. Y'all want to hang out, talk tomorrow, because I'm feeling good, feeling great, feeling good. How are you right now? So, yeah, probably be 9 o'clock. I will be here, and so be on the lookout. I'm just be looking at stuff. If stuff y'all want to talk about, y'all can put it up under. I think we got a community tab over here. If we ain't, I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna release all me and my daughter's videos on the $2.99, and I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna do this damn Patreon or not, because I don't know. I gotta figure this stuff out. I'm too confused and stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna do, so just be over here for free for right now. But y'all have a good Sunday. Appreciate y'all for hanging out. Hope y'all have a great tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of this time off, because damn, Sunday's so stupid. Sunday is a horrible day because of work, man. I gotta get off of here so I can mentally prepare for work tomorrow. That is trash. Anyway, let's leave on a positive note. Something positive. From my knowledge, none of us got the gout. Pretty positive. See you guys on the flip side. Peace out.